There we go. Welcome everybody to a very spooky, spooky episode of the BuzzBoys Podcast. Yeah, we have it all spooky and scary all around here. But this week, I am joined by
Number one from Kids Next Door.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, that's a good one. Grim.
Oh,
That's a really good one.
That's a really good one.
Dude, Billy is the funniest.
Taylor Swift.
Wow.
The Taylor Swift?
Wow.
No.
He's a Swiftie, just like me.
He is.
Hey, this is a pro Swiftie podcast.
Yeah. Insert blue hearts.
Yeah. All right. I am. What's his name? The hand slinging slasher.
The
hash slinging slasher?
The hash slinging slasher. That's me.
And I'll double up on that. I'm Scaredy Pants behind the camera.
Whoa.
And yeah. And this week, what are we opening? What's going on? Oh, so yeah, we have this big fancy boy.
Yeah.
Look at my go. Dragonite V-Star box.
I could tell you exactly what they could fit in there. Ready? A 1 etch foil promo card, a 1 foil promo card. I don't know why they don't tell me what that one is. 1 premier ball deck holder.
What?
9 booster packs. That's it.
All right, you heard it. Very nice. So we're gonna unbox this, and over here,
I have
chill.
this.
You're bold, bowling
I
that.
want to feel pain.
Did Heather push you to that? Come on, be honest.
No,
Be real.
no,
Oh,
no,
okay, all
no,
right.
it
Because I know
was-
Heather has a good luck with those also. But
And it's like, if
Ooh,
she was
it
here,
looks so nice.
I would tell her to
to
crack
pull it, yeah.
But
But,
no.
Dude, look at this
boy.
box.
But no, it came in a bundle.
Yeah.
That's a
Okay.
great box, man.
But yeah, very nice box. We're
Yeah,
gonna
I like
unbox
your
this
box
one,
looks.
and we're gonna
Thanks,
also do a live stream after the podcast and open this baby all the way. Whoa, that's
Whoa,
that's cool.
That's a weird looking flashlight.
Dude, that's actually sick though.
Oh, they're all Pokemon.
Oh, that's cool, look. Oh, Matt
Is that the
won.
foil?
that's
so
nice.
Matt already won.
I think so.
No.
That's cool.
Guys,
I'm
these
not
are
already
count.
once. I
That's
know
weird.
it
That
doesn't
doesn't
count.
count with a,
It's gotta be a
card
pull.
pack.
It's gotta be a
Submission.
pack. It's gotta be a rando pack.
Wait, is there another one in here? Oh, you know what?
Oh.
Stay tuned for live.
Save it for the live stream. Exactly. All
Okay,
right.
I'm only gonna open one of these.
Let's
Okay,
do it.
okay.
Yeah. Come check back in on Instagram
count.
for the live stream for.
Yeah, stay tuned
The-
for the live that will actually happen before this.
Yeah.
yes.
Who knows? Dragonite has some
Time traveling.
some pretty crazy stuff with it.
Time
You know what I'm
travel.
saying? All those
Time
dragons
traveler.
and stuff.
Time
You know how it
traveler.
is. But
So
Pokemon
you're
Go
opening
pack.
one of them, though.
Yes. And once again, Chili
and
Rain.
then the rule with this, because all the last cards are what is it?
Hollow.
Hollow. Yeah.
Yeah.
For it to count, it has to be a full.
Oh.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
Looks
All right, thank God.
exactly the same.
It's true. Very true. But all right, let's see these packs. Let's get them open. Let's get them. Uh-oh.
He hates it.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Being
Is
happy
this
about
a big
it.
win for you already?
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Yes, already.
Let's see it over the. Let's see it over
Cards don't
here.
mean shit for chilling pain.
See it over the table. I'm gonna say steel.
I'm gonna
psychic.
go dog shit type. Because that's what chilling pain
Psychic
is.
for ghosties.
Oh, lightning. Even
Fighting and
better.
lightning.
Whoa,
All
wow,
right,
this
all
is gonna
right,
be
all
an
right.
Imagine I get an altar.
Here we go.
Ooh, bonk.
Just an overwhelming win.
Wrong Angel. Oh, Angel again.
Dude, I love the art for all these. Oh,
No,
that's
Dom.
cool.
No, that one does not.
Looks like he's in the Hidden Rain Village.
Oh, that's down too.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
okay.
huge.
Oh,
That's
nice.
cute.
Fucking Christ.
Let me see.
Oh.
But now.
Know what? We are gonna give this to the judges.
He's got a cute little puppy though.
Because I
Ooh,
said
that's
hollows do not
but-
count.
He is on theme also.
I was about
I
to
know.
say.
His
John's
John
got a
is very
spooky
on theme.
though,
Uh-oh.
bro.
Let's
Like,
see.
Go, judge.
Give it to the
Johnny's
judge.
got that spooky
Yeah,
thing
he
right
is on
now.
spooky.
Let me see. All right.
Because you can't judge this off of the hollow, because they're all hollows.
Right.
They're all hollows.
Yeah. Like
Dude.
the last card.
I'm not. I have to give it to the spooky.
Yeah, the
theme.
spooky theme.
Oh,
Thank
that's
God,
it.
dude.
The spooky
spooky
theme
theme.
won.
Oh,
I have to.
Lucky.
It's October. I have to go spooky.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Otherwise, Matt would have won.
I'm
It's
one
true.
lucky duck.
Very good.
Spooky one.
All right. Well, you guys
This
heard it
is
here.
Dom at 3 a.m.
That's little Dom. It's flying through the air.
Like he just knows how to wield fire.
Just grinning like a madman. But all right, sweet. And once again, we're gonna open that big old box down there, right over there. Very, very nice. Look at that Dragonite box. Whew. Very pretty.
So are they all the same pack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's all the same.
Which I actually thought it was gonna be different, but that's alright. It's cool.
Yeah.
That was
I
a
like the
close one.
Pokemon
Hey,
Go set.
I'll
I'm
take
chasing that
W.
Mewtwo alt art.
Yeah.
I'll take the W when I can get him.
It was only a close one because you pulled a banana. Any other card, you probably wouldn't have like won.
What about a Ghastly?
What about Ghastly?
Okay.
What about
Oh,
Haunter?
Follow
Yeah.
or Gengar?
What about a Darkrai?
What about Darkrai? What about...
What
Well,
about that
actually,
one
Charizard.
Digimon?
Oh.
The blue Digimon.
Damn. But all right, I think that's pretty much it, right? Yeah,
No.
we're good.
Oh. No. Yeah, we're good.
All right. I mean, in terms of the Pokemon opening. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and end the video part of the podcast here.
I'm gonna start collecting Digimon cards.
All right.
Throw them on my face. Some of them are pretty cool.
Woo, so we have some Pokemon news, right? Going on a little bit, just a tiny bit, not
just
a whole
little
lot.
bit.
What's going on?
There is some Charizard news on those boxes.
Yeah, what's the drop date?
So they're already putting them
I'm trying
out.
to drop a bag on that, dude.
So like people are finding them at Walmart, but it's like pre-orders just got done last week for Target. So it's like it seems like some stores are getting them sooner than others. So just be
When
on
you
the
say
lookout.
pre-orders, can you pre-order? That's like the store pre-ordering.
No, like that's like customer going into the Target app.
I didn't even know you could
Pre-order
do
a
that.
box. Yeah, no, dude. I didn't know either. But they're popping up everywhere. It sounds like you can find them everywhere. Because I was just convinced that they were only supposed to be in GameStops, but it sounds like they're all over the place. So that's just good for us.
Yeah.
But they are like $120, right?
Yeah.
Like per box.
You have
But
to start going to Walmart at
yeah.
like 6 a.m. again.
Grind time.
Jesus
Grind
Christ.
time.
Again.
Yeah.
I know.
Why don't you guys? Oh, never mind. That's
This is back
The
on
last set that we
Before
did that
hockey,
for was Celebrations.
Yeah,
Yes.
you guys went dummy hard for that.
Yeah, but that set was so cool.
Oh,
awesome
dude.
set.
Did you guys
It's a great set.
complete it? Or
No,
were you close?
we
Were
never
you-
got a
any of you
Charizard.
close?
Never, yeah.
We
Charizard
never
was
got
on
the
Charizard
Charizard.
was
And
on
we
the
bought
one.
so many packs for that one.
That's
So
crazy.
didn't pull.
Well, I am still have my unopened Pikachu promo box.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, and I think I still have
By
it in
chance,
ETB.
do you guys know how much money you've put together in this whole operation, Pokemon
But
card?
at this point, yeah,
I
at this point.
think probably a couple thousand. Which is actually pretty good.
You know what? Do it as a just
Yeah.
making tax write-offs.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a business expense.
Yeah, no, definitely around there. But definitely not gonna look back on that one though.
Therapeutic, you know?
Yeah.
It's your therapy
It's
session.
cathartic.
It's perfectly
So
fine.
it's your write-off.
It's
Yeah,
legal.
and it
meth.
gets me bricked. So.
But
It is a non-hurtable meth for
Yeah.
people like
That's right.
Yeah,
Speaking
it's a hobby that doesn't hurt anybody.
Speaking of
so
meth,
why
Speaking
not?
of something that's not
Just my bank account.
Well,
Yeah,
and
edible.
I don't know. You guys
Isn't
had
there
some
a
pretty
new-
depressing pulls that I've seen you guys physically, like emotionally, be sad.
Oh yeah, that's true. But it just hurts my mental health.
Gotta have bad
Yeah,
ones to have good
emotional.
ones. Gotta have bad ones to have good ones.
Yeah.
But no,
It's all part of the ride.
in other Pokemon news, this
Okay.
one's pretty funny. To where it's like they're putting out a Pokemon plush, and like they do these life-size ones. Like it's so funny too.
Every
'cause-
Like
so
the
often.
Snorlax is a classic. I think
Yeah,
a lot of people have
uh-huh.
those.
Yeah, and then they did Arcanine.
Yeah, that's another.
I think they're dropping a Lucario soon, and that's gonna be life size, and it's just like the size of a little kid, and it could stand on its own too.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's
It's
pretty
kind of
weird.
weird.
But
That's hot.
the one that they're coming out with in February 2023, that's when this is dropping, is a Garchomp, and it's life size.
That's pretty wild.
So
The little
it's,
like blade arms.
it's
and
5 feet long. It's 5 feet long, and guess how much it is?
$367.
I like the way you said that.
Tussie.
Because it's just laying down.
Yeah,
it's like a body pillow.
So it's like a body pillow.
It's like a
I
shark.
was looking at the ad.
The way,
Yo,
so the
oh.
picture. Make sure you send that to me later. But the picture that is up right now, it looks like a shark. So that's why.
Yeah.
Long okay makes sense. Now.
Yeah, no, I was
Yeah, that's long. That's
why
5 feet
too.
long.
I was like,
Yeah.
okay, so when
Yeah.
it is vertical,
Yeah.
When it's vertical.
What?
I don't think it can be vertical.
When it gets
Well,
air.
Yeah. Yeah.
once it stands up,
Can it kickflip?
If it starts shredding,
can it
it's
drink
5
Mountain
feet.
Dew
It's 5 feet tall.
It's
and
a half
punch
pipe.
drywall?
Yeah.
Is Tennessee
It-
wide or is Tennessee
like-
long?
But you're the only
Tennessee's.
You're the only Tennessee.
Oh,
Ah.
God.
Why
You said it.
you said it in such a rush after he already finished the sentence?
Yeah, but I want to say it louder, so it sounds like it came from me.
I do that with
That's-
Tom's jokes all
That's
the
how
time.
you win. You just gotta,
That's the best, though. That's the best feeling.
that's how you win. You just gotta say it louder.
And especially when it's a home run, though.
Yeah.
Dude. I'm saying, sorry. Though.
It's okay. I didn't joke. Still, you did.
Don takes pride in the.
No,
Background
I
victory.
pick up line
Yeah.
stole.
Oh,
It was like other people
Okay.
enjoy
All right.
it.
Um.
But anyways,
Are we getting
we'll
this
say
Garchomp plush? Or what?
Dom these together.
Sounds like Dom really wants it.
400. No, watch this thing be sold out. So it's not gonna be.
I'm not buying that, dude. For
Someone's gonna
$400,
resell that thing for $1,000.
I don't even have the new Xbox.
But
And
it's
you
got
think
its
I'm gonna buy
eyes
that
closed.
shit?
It's like sleeping.
It's only $80 each, right? Wait, how much?
Oh, you
It's
want to get it
it's
for the
400.
pod?
But that's why if we all pitched in.
So if we all pitch
Be like,
in,
just
Just
probably
make sure
like
you-
Dude, that
$5.
thing's gonna take up this nut.
Dude, plus it's got its eyes closed, so it's sleeping.
Okay.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
We could just like share it every
What?
week, you know?
Yeah.
Like share the.
Yeah.
Or well,
What? He has
That's
some
our-
eyes.
that's
he kind of looks like he's dead.
Yeah, I was saying, it looks like
that
he's
is
dead.
an emotional support.
It looks like one of those like
Garchomp.
rugs like that you get.
It's
and,
just
like,
like-
Oh, it's like the
Yeah.
bear like
Yeah.
hunting rug.
yeah,
things?
they
Yeah.
should have left his eyes open.
We definitely might have to call Peter on this one.
$400. No thanks. I'm out on
No?
that.
I'm
Yeah,
not
I'm
in
gonna
that
no on
investment.
that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Does
Maybe
anybody want
next
it for Christmas?
You know, maybe on a Black Friday sale for
Oh yeah.
$179.
Eyes are closed.
Oh, okay. Thought about that
Yeah,
too.
weird. I don't
Eyes
like
are
it.
closed.
Yeah, no, I'm not buying it.
But
Not
all
like
right,
consent,
yeah.
but
Other than that,
That's hilarious.
I think that's it for Pokemon news, right?
I think
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Is there anything
All
else?
right, no, I think
Look
that's
at
it
that,
for
Will.
Pokemon news. So now we are gonna go ahead and dive into our yay or nay segment.
Yeah.
Starting off with Nick, a little bit of some serious
gonna start
sad
some
stuff, just
sad
to get,
stuff.
I would say,
Get it out of the way.
Yeah, you know, but it's something that's very important, and
Yeah.
I'll go for it.
So our the beloved Robbie Coltrane, also known as Hagrid from the Harry Potter series, passed away a little bit unexpectedly, I'd probably say. So yeah, pretty sad news. Like
Very sad.
yeah, very big dog.
You know why
He's
it's
half a
sad?
giant.
Because right before he passed away, he had that comment where they revisited Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And he said, even though I won't be here forever, like one day I am gonna die, but Hagrid will. stay
Hagrid will,
forever."
yeah.
And then he died.
That's hard.
It's like he knew.
Yeah.
I just think it's crazy that the fact that he didn't do much
Was he
else
sick or
besides this
something?
role, but
I
this,
have no clue.
this role was like
He's
so
72.
solid. Like, you know what I mean? He was
Yeah.
made for this role. He would literally, I would say, like
Yeah.
really
It wasn't
made for
even like this like massive role, but it was just like impactful.
Yeah.
Iconic.
Do you know who,
Iconic, yeah,
who wanted to
that's it.
play him, but like they couldn't because
He was
it had to
American.
be all English cast.
Gandalf.
No, was
That guy's English.
The Rock.
Robin Williams.
Oh.
Robin Williams.
Oh
wanted to
yeah,
play
that
him.
would have been. He would have just been like funny though the whole time.
Yeah, which like, but
And then,
Robbie
like-
Coltrane, great one.
He made it more like wholesome, I would say.
Yeah,
More
very
than
wholesome.
anything.
Yeah, very wholesome. So I mean, nay
You know,
from him passing, but like yay Hagrid.
Yeah.
on the legacy and
Yeah, like-
I'm gonna say yay on him. Nay on him passing, but yay because he obviously impacted a lot of people in the Harry Potter world that have seen it, and he's just a wholesome guy.
I haven't seen it.
Just a good
I didn't
dude.
see Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do it around Christmas time.
But I will say,
The first few have some Christmas scenes.
I will say that he's got the most iconic like
Especially now that you've seen-
PlayStation 1 depiction.
Oh.
So
Yeah, he's just-
so we're like in the
PlayStation.
game
He's the PlayStation.
because his face is like a triangle, or it's honestly like a pyramid, and like you go up to him and yeah, no,
Yes.
dank meme.
He had a good meme. You're a wizard, Harry.
You're a wizard,
You're a
Harry.
lizard,
That's
Harry.
the guy that says that.
You're a
Yeah.
blizzard,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Harry.
you're a blizzard.
You're a
Harry. You're a wizard.
Does he break into his house and say that?
Yeah.
yeah, and then he ran away.
Yeah.
And he has like a bike that like floats in the air. That's like a motorcycle.
Yeah.
And he's a
Half
giant too.
He's half a
Well,
giant.
he's half giant. His brother is a giant.
He's a giant.
I wish I was half giant.
But you are half giant, like down below.
Thank you.
Half
All right.
foot long.
Very funny plot.
Do they ever get specific on like how tall he is?
6'9".
Is he actually?
No, no,
He's not
no,
LeBron's height,
no,
dude.
no.
He's way taller.
He's
He's
no,
not
like-
like.
He's like
no, like,
8
in the
foot.
movie.
That guy's
In the
that
movie.
guy.
In the movies,
like-
he's like.
like-
That
in the
guy's
movie,
playing
like,
playing,
eight or
playing
9
with the
feet
wrong
tall.
wizards though.
He's like 9 feet tall.
Yeah, he's playing with the wrong wizards.
Whoa.
He's
Whoa.
like-
Well, all right, let's keep it going. Let's keep moving on. I think that's pretty much it for that one. Next, we have some very interesting news involving Marvel. Some new changes in a new character. So,
I have a hot take about this.
Okay, so the original guy who played Thunderbolt Ross passed away.
yeah.
Actually, was it a heart attack? Because that's kind of funny because he in the well, it's not funny, but like in the show, in the movie, he had 2
This is
heart
spicy.
attacks. Well,
Oh
Jesus,
god.
Murphy.
never mind. Anyways, he passed away, and then I was perfectly content with them just moving on from his character, but they decided to replace him with Harrison Ford.
Okay, nay. And I'll say why.
Okay.
That guy just doesn't give a shit about like
the external things about playing in the MCU.
Yeah.
Like that makes sense, cause like they like prop them up and bring them to cons and like all the like press tour stuff. People always ask like the beyond questions, like what their character,
the lore of Star Wars.
And it's always cool once we see these characters. They're like, yo, like Chadwick Boseman, like there was. Like he would post on his Instagram reading like the Black Panther comics and like Chris Evans, and like reading all like the source material. Harrison Ford is not gonna give a living shit about like.
What are the odds?
I'm not gonna read a single fucking comic for this.
What are the
movie.
odds that this guy's gonna read a comic book for this movie?
Never tell me the odds.
Like this guy, this guy is just not gonna care, and I don't know. I feel like it can fly with all of his other stuff.
You know, the only reason why he took Han Solo back in the day was the chat.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Like it's not like he was like, "Whoa, Han! Like, are you serious? I can play Han Solo?" Like,
oh my god! I read him in the books.
I guarantee when they revealed Vader, he's probably just like, "Oh, okay."
Okay. Well, but like, what are the rest of my lines? Because I want to go home.
Yeah. I'm gonna
go say nay.
Slightly opposite of Matt. I'm gonna go soft yay, only because ever since that announcement had been made, people have been going on left and right, making edits, and he looks pretty
he does have the face
as Red Hulk.
And
I can see
hair.
him as a CGI Red Hulk. Exactly.
How old is Harrison Ford?
Too old. I think he's in his 70s, honestly.
I saw him walk on stage,
and he walks like an old man.
He walks
to where he like does.
So are they gonna once they made that movie Irishman and Robert De Niro had that, there's that one scene where Robert De Niro looks like he's 90 years old.
Yeah.
Because the way he walks, and I think he did
like
the
de-aging.
Yeah.
No.
That was okay.
So that was during like the de-aging part of the movie.
Yeah.
To where like they like changed his face and everything, but like every time he walks somewhere, because he walks like an old man and shit.
Yeah, I mean, because he's old, and that's how he walks.
Yeah, like it's just there's nothing you
Now I
do.
feel bad.
They could have just used like
He died of
somebody
prostate
else's
cancer.
body,
Now
I guess.
feel bad.
Wow.
Jeez,
But otherwise, I mean, like, he's just not gonna care about the role. Like,
No.
that's my biggest gripe as well.
Yeah.
Like, he's just
That's why I say nay.
do it for the check, you know. Like,
I don't think
mean,
he
it's
even
with
knows
Marvel
the
and
state
Disney.
that Marvel's in, so he's probably like, "Oh, Marvel, big check." I don't think he
No,
knows.
all he heard was Disney.
Yeah.
You hear Disney. That was the thing.
Yeah.
You hear Disney.
Mhm.
Oh, hey, all right. You
Like,
know?
Oh, hey,
because
they
he
have
didn't
lots
even
of
want to
money.
come back for 7, 8, and 9, right? Well,
Yeah.
he probably killed himself.
But they
out.
gave him a ridiculous amount of money for 7, I think.
Because he's such
Yeah.
an iconic, like when you see Han Solo, you see him in his like iconic voice. Even though I think that other guy did a good job, I forget his name, but it's just Harrison Ford is just. I guarantee you, in the 7th movie, like they probably had it written where he was supposed to like grab Kylo's lightsaber and throw it, and he's like, "I'm done," just fucking like killed himself. Like, I just can't like. It's cool. I like Harrison Ford. He's a good actor. He has some good movies out there, a lot of good ones.
Mhm.
But I honestly was kind of content with them just moving forward from this character. But I guess they needed him before Red Hulk, right?
I think that's the point that they were trying to get at, is that Red Hulk is going to be a big player sometime soon, and I guess they wanted
Hopefully
somebody
soon.
big in the role. But to be honest,
It's gonna
I
be in
feel
the
like
Thunderbolt movie.
they could have switched out Harrison with somebody.
That's coming
else,
out
to
when
be honest. Like,
20.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think you
somebody
needed
younger, maybe at
somebody
least in their
younger. Yeah,
50s.
because
Yeah.
like they have diapers on set for him.
Yeah, before he breaks another leg like he did on Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh, he
Really.
did?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, he did. Like
Oh,
that's why he was
old
so
man.
pissed about
He's
it.
an old man.
Yes,
He's an old man.
Exactly.
Like
Stuff like that happens
How
to
did he
old
do
men.
it again too?
It was just like a bad step or some shit like that. But again, he's old, dude. You know, shit like that happens to bad.
That's
old
like
dudes.
such an old person way to fucking break your leg.
Yeah.
Like I just took a bad step.
It's like a bad running thing or like something like that. You know, I think it was in the movie when they were running in the corridors
Yeah.
in the very first ship or whatever.
That was a
the
stunt
first
double,
movie.
for sure.
Some of it, I'm sure, but that's what happened.
They're like,
But,
can you just do the initial step so it makes it seem like, and then we'll cut it out.
It will
And then,
turn
like-
you around.
And it's
Every
like a
scene's
stunt
always at
double,
his
like doing a
back.
full sprint.
It's just Dom's. For those of you, since you guys can't see, Dom's visualization of like. It's just one step, you lean forward, and then the whole body just like falls back. You know,
He
what I mean?
dies.
Just-
He kills over.
Can somebody do an
dude.
edit real quick of Captain America in Infinity War when he's running to like the him and Black Panther just sprinting? Can somebody edit my running from the Halloween Bowl last year?
Dude, I tried to do that. I tried to
Oh
find
my
it, but I
God.
couldn't find it. I text like Drew, I text B, I text Morton, and I couldn't find the video of you running. but I was gonna do that and then have like the Top Gun music come in and Hondo be like, "He's the fastest man alive."
But all right, so moving on from that. Oh, everybody, yeah, everybody give their
Mild yay.
Mario. I go Mario.
I'm gonna go nay.
Oh,
Because I just
Fucking
feel like his
hater,
heart's
though.
not in it too, and he's
Alright.
old as fuck.
fair. That's
He's
fair.
definitely gonna take a bad step and then probably break something.
On his other leg.
I mean, they're gonna CGI the fuck out of Mizra's Hulk anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, but even if he's not transformed, there's possibility he
Yeah.
might break a leg.
He's also. Never mind.
What?
Oh,
What?
yeah.
Go on.
No,
All right.
no.
So next, we're going to talk about
Busing.
Wakanda Forever. They
Wakanda
have
forever.
dropped some official character posters, basically, involving the majority of the main characters in this movie. Very nice, very well detailed,
Yeah, it's
very, very cool. You even see more details, I should say, more so on Ironheart. I think that's a very big one.
Yeah.
As well as the Atlanteans or whatever they
So
may
it's good
be.
with the Avatar people though.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we don't know. We also get to, obviously
Yeah,
that's
so
the
there's
details
blue
we get.
people, right?
But
Yeah,
yeah, they're
but
clearly,
there's the
very
blue
clearly water people.
Blue man.
You know,
I was
very
about to say, I was like,
clearly.
Yeah.
wait, what?
They're all playing the drums.
Atlanteans.
Yeah.
Or
And,
the,
I think there are drums.
the pipes.
What are the
The
species called?
bagpipes.
Atlanteans, bro.
Technically, they would be Atlanteans. But again, we have no reveal that this is Atlantis, you know? So,
as-
So are
yeah,
all
Atlanteans
more or less. They,
as
yeah.
Azteci Lantians.
Techulantians.
What?
Techulantians.
As Techulantian?
Techulantians.
Techlantians.
Technically.
Cultural appropriation.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Technically.
Yeah, but you need the A.
But
Like A. Oh, never mind.
I'm gonna give soft yay. I mean, they all look really nice and interesting, especially more so the mother of
That was cool.
the mother
Yeah.
of Black Panther himself.
I think
very,
she's
very
gonna play
emotional.
a very big part early
Mhm.
on.
I think she's gonna be one of the biggest parts of this movie.
The Woman
Obviously,
King?
besides of what's her name, the young chick. What's her name?
Oh, there's a few shooting.
Is that
Shuri, his sister.
Ironheart?
What? Yeah, tough.
Got specs on? What's up with this?
Can I see?
She's got some goggles.
Yeah, she got some.
I hope they do.
Got
Iron Man.
That was Falcon, bro.
Oh my god.
I saw the glasses and I was like, what the hell is he doing?
true.
Really? Oh my god.
Dude, I'm actually really curious about her suit because her suit in the comics does look cool.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like this one looked like
I see
like
that
a
she has
Gundam.
goggles.
dude.
It's kind of weird that she has goggles like that.
She
like,
does.
Yeah,
kind of
what?
wear a
She's
gun.
got the Rex specs on.
Dude, why? Maybe that's her like first suit.
I'm gonna get those for
Maybe that's a cave suit.
Preliminary.
playing hockey.
Because doesn't she have a cave
I'm gonna
scene?
get those goggles for
What?
playing
Does she
hockey.
have like a cave scene where she makes a cave suit?
Yeah.
It's kind of like
Yeah, that's
that.
But like that like still looks pretty damn good for
Because there's a
for the
still
cave suit.
I know.
Yeah.
there's a
Do you
still
know it? Like,
There's
no
like
chance
some
making
like
that a cave.
hydraulic shoulders on there too. I think.
And also, like,
Yeah,
I've
what
been
cave
thinking,
is she in?
I've been thinking about
What
that.
cave is this?
How's she getting in a cave? And like
Why?
Being
Let's watch the movie because it's coming out
we already saw
soon.
the hammer.
being
Yeah.
forced to.
We
Okay.
already saw the hammer.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no.
But yeah, what do you guys think? You're
Yay on it.
I mean,
I
yeah.
think that
So,
this
yeah.
is a good start to Phase 5. Or
And
is this the
thankfully,
last thing in Phase 4?
This wasn't a lot either.
It's the last thing in
no,
Phase
it's not.
4. Yeah.
Wait, what is
The last
Ant-Man and the
project.
Wasp?
Phase 5? That's
that's
the
the
first
start
thing
of
of Phase
Phase
5.
Oh, alright.
Technically, it's the second to last because the
God,
Guardians
Phase 4 's
Christmas special
rough.
Okay.
is
Going back
is,
thinking
is
about it
considered
now.
canon. So
Okay. Nice.
I feel like Phase 4 was short though, wasn't it? Thank God, but you
And
know.
Dom, you're new.
I would say yay, and a lot of the stuff I've seen is cool. And truthfully, the soundtrack that they have for the trailers is
Yeah.
cool. So I'm pretty excited for this movie. But I also said that about Thor.
I feel like though the closer and closer
I'm excited
we're
for
getting to
any
this
more
one, I
movies.
feel far more excited for this one than I did for Thor. If that makes
Yeah.
sense. You know
I
what
want to
mean?
see.
As the date's coming up, I'm like,
I am
That's where
pretty
Thor, I was like-
excited about Namor.
But the only thing, but the
Mhm.
only thing is that like I saw like a TV spot like for this, and they show the suit too,
oh,
like
again?
like the Black Panther.
they
suit.
do, yeah.
Yeah,
they do.
and it's like if they're showing that in TV spots, come on, like we gotta pump the brakes.
We all know what the big reveal is in this.
Whoa.
Yes,
True.
yes,
Very true.
yes.
But,
This is a front.
That
We'll
was
just
cool,
wait and
though.
see what ends up happening when the movie does
Okay,
come out.
Ken.
But moving
Oh.
on, moving forward, so we have some news on Star Wars.
It's John, not me.
Dallas Bryce Howard is gonna voice Yaddle in
I think it's
The-
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Dallas Bryce
You just
Bryce
said
Dallas Howard.
You know what? Then don't have 3 first names like that.
Yeah. See, that's on her.
Mhm.
That is.
No, but it's like, hey, don't get us wrong. We're big podcasts of Dallas Howard Bryce.
Yeah.
Bryce
Yeah.
Dallas Howard. No, yeah,
No,
that's
she's
it.
a
Bryce
Star Wars
Dallas
mommy, though.
Bryce Howard
Yeah,
Dallas.
she's a Star Wars mommy, and it's like
No.
she's
She's
getting
a
some voice acting action.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
She's our queen.
And
we love her.
she's
And-
our Star Wars mommy. And
I mean, yeah,
We
she's
love her
always
now.
handled
Give her a
Star Wars
trilogy.
with
There, I said it.
care.
Yeah.
She always, does
Yes,
anything,
dude, give her a trilogy.
anything involving Star Wars, she does it with care and love. So like,
Yeah.
I really am looking forward to that, especially the fact that we're gonna see actually Yaddle. Like, we're
Yeah.
like, yeah, I get it. We saw her in the first one.
Who's
or whatever,
Yaddle?
but like, we're gonna
She's
see.
a female species of
That's-
Yoda.
Oh, yeah.
You ever
Yeah.
see The Phantom Menace and there's just a random
That's his
Yoda
girlfriend.
Sitting on the
Oh,
council.
really?
That was
Yeah,
nice.
that was his high school Jedi
They
Temple
bang.
girlfriend.
Well, there's a theory
Smash.
that they had to
They smash,
because
they
that
chop.
their species was
But they
going
force banged.
extinct.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
that their species was going extinct, so that they had to for the
Okay.
prolonging of their species.
Imagine.
But that's not
heard
like confirmed. That's just a theory.
that's
Is that like a
Okay.
force
I
thing,
think
too?
they
It's
want-
like-
She was I think she was one of Count Dooku's masters at one point.
Yo,
Well, that's cool.
I think they wanted to save their species.
Okay.
I don't think they had to.
Anyway,
But no,
I'm gonna
it's
say
cool
yay.
that she's voice acting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's super sick that it's gonna be her of all people. Like,
Yeah,
they could've literally
it's
put
a character
anybody-
I've always been interested in.
Yeah.
And then it's like a woman or like an actress / director, producer, whatever, who I really like.
Yeah,
so it's like,
respectable.
best of both
She
worlds.
did have a lot of good episodes on The Mandalorian, including The Sin, which is my favorite.
And it's also badass that she's voicing a character that's deep in the lore too.
Yeah,
real
in
deep,
the lore,
like,
yeah,
real deep
Legends
in the
type
lore,
of shit.
yeah.
For real.
And
Yeah, so that's pretty
that's
awesome.
true. So I'm gonna go with Ye with this. I think she's a good actor. She's a good director and producer, and I'm gonna go with Ye.
Yes. Give her more stuff.
I'm gonna go with
too.
Yaddle now.
Yeah, give her a trilogy,
Yeah,
please.
give her a trilogy. She deserves it.
But all right, now we have this Flash news. We're
Oh,
gonna go over that one as well. Just toss it in.
This is crazy, man.
Yeah, because this one's
This is crazy.
I
Yo,
can do it.
people be
all
crazy.
sorts of stuff because there's
You wanna
news
do it?
on the movie as well as
I can do it.
Ezra Miller
Okay.
himself.
Because I'm in the DC realm with mine, anyways. So, first I'll start off with this one. Ezra Miller pleads not guilty to the felony burglary charge that he was about to face up to 26 years in prison for. So he pleaded not guilty.
Right. That's normal.
Yeah. So that's just the kind of guy that DC has as a very important character for their universe that they're trying to rebuild. It seems like
a core guy.
Yeah.
Like this dude's supposed to be a core guy.
So and then so after that after the Black Adam movie and pretty much getting to opening weekend here, a Flash 2 is a Flash 2 script is reportedly already being written. So it is gonna get greenlit after the movie to see how well it does, but they're already starting the script for Flash 2.
So the script is already starting when we haven't even gotten a Flash movie.
And it's not
Yeah.
gonna come out for the next 6-7
And keep in
years.
mind, this Flash movie's been delayed for 3 years.
Yes.
Yeah,
What a
it's a
mess.
joke.
3? I thought it was
Fucking
longer.
mess.
No, it might be longer, but yeah. So nay, DC
Pardon me, dude.
pulled this L.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh Naylor and the baby, rock your baby.
Yeah,
And it's just
L plus ratio.
Yeah, ratio.
You
I
guys
got-
are getting ratioed like crazy.
I gotta agree with that, and I'm also gonna bring in a little. I think everybody can say nay, right? All around here,
Mhm.
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
everybody's agreeing.
Yep.
And I also want to, since we're on the topic of DC news, on top of that, recent news told us that literally, what was it? DC Films head Walter Hamada
Oh, that's
recently got kicked out. Was recently pushed out of
Yeah.
WB, out of production, out of everything. He was the head of everything, leading the charge.
Yeah.
And now that Warner Bros. Discovery is, actually getting their
Yeah.
shit together.
That guy
cleaning
was the
house.
architect of everything we've seen.
Supposedly,
in
yes.
DC.
That's what they claimed him, or quoted as him
Insert
as.
Green Goblin
And
name.
so perhaps
What is it? He's like, he's like, you can't do this to me.
Do you know how much
I started this company.
How much I sacrificed?
You can't do this to me.
No, hey, you know what? I actually think that all this stuff.
Do you
Well, here, you know what?
Let me ask you,
gonna,
do you think he's the big bad?
I'm gonna
Do
say.
you think he could have been the man? I mean,
know what?
obviously
Hey.
not alone, but possibly the
Hey,
biggest.
just if they are giving us someone to point fingers at, then I'm pointing them at that guy. There,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that guy sucks.
Alright.
So since you said that, that's a great point. Because my piece of news was the
Leading off from that now,
yeah.
because now that there is big changes
Yeah,
and
yeah.
big things
These are
going
all-
on from
yeah,
that
there's a lot
big
of changes
firing,
happening.
what else is new now? Matt, tell us. What's
So,
your piece of news? It's actually a really, I think, the biggest piece of news we have. Out of everything.
So Man of Steel 2 is officially in development.
Crazy.
Yes.
So development means getting the cast together, the script, The set, everything is starting to roll with this movie.
But most
And
importantly,
it has been way too damn long for this.
But most importantly, who is our Man of Steel?
Oh, Henry Cavill. Henry
Yeah,
Cavill.
exactly.
Yeah.
That is the biggest.
He is.
A lot of his
Pieces
like
of-
10-year
Yes.
like
Dude, but-
So
hiatus.
he is attached to this Man of Steel too.
It feels
Thank
like the
God.
world.
I'm glad. That's how you know nature is healing.
Yeah,
When
that's
this
what I'm saying.
man is wearing the Superman suit, like
I feel like the world collectively like sighed. All of
Yeah.
us are just like,
yeah.
he belongs in that suit,
It's
dude.
like-
Come on, the
so-
way he acts, the way he looks, the way everything.
So
He's
I
made for that. suit. Come
I
on,
really
like,
think The Rock has a lot to do with a lot of these changes,
Which is crazy.
which is
But I
crazy.
mean-
But like that guy
crazy.
moves the needle though.
Mhm.
That guy moves the needle.
Yeah.
So he
And that's
can
what we
come
need.
in
All we need
and
is
kick
the ball
down
to get
doors
rolling.
and
Yeah.
say,
we really just
what
need
the
the ball
fuck?
rolling.
Then it's like, hey, if I'm gonna be a part of this ship, is like this ship ain't like this ship is not gonna sink,
yeah.
and it's like
See, but that's what mind boggles me because I don't think he produces quality content. So I thought he would just be content with like being like,
Producing
okay,
whatever the
I'll
fuck he
just
was
be
making.
Black Adam without Henry Cavill. I
So-
don't care. I didn't think he would push so hard to get Superman back.
No, he actually gives a shit.
I think he does give a shit because I think he does kind of realize Black Adam is that dude in like the DC world because he is like
And-
he's like one of the strongest villains out there. He's literally Superman but with powers. No, with magic.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
magic.
But one thing,
That's just the guy.
one thing, and the reason also why Matt and I like have been talking about this was I sent Matt a video of behind the scenes stuff of The Rock, basically talking about the movie, the production and stuff,
Right.
and he talks about how a lot of the stuff in the movie and just Black Adam was his idea. Like a lot of that stuff, like he was the one, himself was the one that pushed for it. So that's like
Yeah, and then like The
Marvel, take
Rock,
notes.
even on their press tour, he was like, yeah, DC just wanted to just shove Black Adam into
Shazam
this
2,
Shazam 2 movie
Ew.
just to fight each other with no context, with no substance. And I said, no, guys, like we can't do that. Like Black Adam has a great story. Let's
Yes.
tell that story.
Mhm.
Which Black Adam's like origin story is really interesting, and I'm
Yeah.
glad they put it into a movie.
Yeah.
A lot
Which-
of villain origin stories
which-
are very interesting.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Now that we're looking down the pipeline, and especially that this Black Adam has been a thing, and now that it was so successful, I think
Yeah.
this is gonna be a big future. Case in point, we're getting this with Batman. The Penguin show is gonna come
Yeah.
out soon. I think there's gonna be a big focus on maybe a Two-Face or whatever villains before we make the big build to the Joker, right? And I think that's gonna be the main Batman movie at that point. But I think villain movies might actually be a thing now for
Yeah.
DC, anyways. I don't know. Maybe they're gonna take a different route from Marvel. It's something that Marvel definitely hasn't done or never really has
Yeah,
done.
no, that's true,
Villain
yeah.
movies, really, come on.
No.
So to maybe switch up the game, maybe DC could be taking the future route of villain movies and then
Villain
in tandem
focus, yeah.
with their superhero movies and then bringing them together.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just an idea, just a thought, but maybe they're playing along with this with Black Adam, and we could see the future of this again with Batman soon, with the villains and shit that's going on. What do you guys feel about that? How do you feel about that? Like that, maybe the villain movies
Dude,
being a thing.
I think that's a really cool spin too, and it's also like something that it's not like they're copy pasting from like the MCU.
That's very true.
And
That's
it's-
the biggest point.
and it's like because DC has such like iconic characters, but they're villains
on
too.
both sides. Yeah,
Their
both
villains
sides.
are
That's what I was
insane,
gonna say.
and then like same for like the MCU, like iconic characters. That would be cool if they did like a villain focused like type of movie, but that's just not in their ballpark. And it's like, but it could be though. But it's just something that like
I could see them doing
they
like
have
a
the
Doctor
close-
Doom show.
yeah,
closest
like
thing
a
that
Doctor
they're gonna
Doom
do
show would be awesome.
is
That'd
the
be cool.
Thunderbolts, but
Yeah.
that's still what 2-3 years away from now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
So
2024.
we already got Suicide Squad with DC, and that went pretty well.
Mhm.
We got Peacemaker, and that also went
That
pretty well.
one-
Dude,
yeah.
villains.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
what I was gonna say is that
I don't
the
know.
villain route is right up DC's alley. It's a great way to break away from Marvel, like John was saying, because Marvel did it right because Marvel is the not the darker version of like comics, and they the first 10 years they focused a lot on the heroes, and they developed stories, and the villains they gave us they just did them very well in what they had.
Right.
Whereas like you can't do that in DC. You need to like give us more because the villains in DC is what kind of get us going to choose sides. DC, in my opinion, is a very gray like area because a lot of people are kind of like, yeah, like we're for the heroes, but the villains also have like this knack to them. Case in point, Joker with Heath Ledger. Everybody loved him. Bane, when Tom Hardy came out, it was amazing. So the villains are a focal point that need to be like involved with more, and so they just need a bigger operation in general.
Yeah, and you know what? And I the fact that you bring that real quick, just going off of that real
Go for
quick, it's funny that you say that because DC has always been gritty. We know DC is gritty. You know, grit, and like even the movies have been like real compared to Marvel, real dark and grit. Exactly, yeah. But like they're darker, you know, they're more serious. They're not going to be like Marvel, right? So they got to take maybe this route, you know, of doing both side by side, you know, really building this
and
dark
then
hero,
like
this,
and
you know,
then
whatever.
go back to that kind of bread and butter.
Exactly, you know,
following
as
the
to
big
where
heroes and everything like that.
As to where Marvel, we know they're always the good guys. We know that, you know what I mean? We see that.
Like the closest thing we got in Marvel to them being like the not bad guys, but it was like a definite separation was like Civil War, you know, like when he tells Captain America like, oh, there's a little bit of green in the blue of your eyes. You start seeing that like twist, and it feels weird because you're like, whoa, these guys are like heroes. But in DC, like everybody is like molded by fire. Like everything.
Yes, that's a very good point.
Like I mean, Batman's past, like even Superman 2, like he's not just some like oh, I got superpowers because of the sun. Like he comes from because what's his name, Jor-El or Kal-El or who's his father, Jor-El or I can't remember. He comes to Krypton, and even his parents died and all that. I think Russell Crowe is his actual dad.
Yeah, his actual Kryptonian dad.
Yeah, so like they have these like pasts that kind of like not just the villains that they're fucked up, but even the heroes too. But they were just given the choice that I'm gonna do good instead of bad.
Yeah, the heroes have so much backstory to them. It's a story in and of itself before they even get to their villain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? More so than Marvel in certain cases. Like Marvel, yeah, both, you know, tandem. It does work out both that way. But DC villains are, I mean, heroes. Plot point, like the beginnings are so
crazy,
and massive, dude.
So crazy.
So I don't know. Just a thought, and idea, and theory, and who knows? Maybe this could be the future of DC. You know, to also split themselves apart from Marvel. You know, doing Marvel movies. I mean, villain movies. I could see that.
I think if they decided to do this kind of route, say 6 years ago, they'd be in contention with like making something as good as Marvel. But because they tried to do exactly what Marvel was kind of doing, Marvel was like, no. But
it's like that's. Like that could have something to do, like with the guy that just got the boot.
Yeah, and this could even be like, look, I'm gonna sound like a fucking like Pepe Sylvia, like from fucking I don't know if you guys ever seen in Sunny in Philadelphia, but there's a scene where there's like a fucking like red lines and fucking pictures and shit, shit, right, and they're connecting the dots. But case in point, do you think about it? Even the Joker that we got a few years ago, perhaps that was even a test, but on the severity level. Like, you know what I mean? They made a very, very serious and real movie.
Yeah.
So maybe they're testing, okay, what works with audiences? Oh, you know, maybe we can't make a series or like a whole fucking thing out of this serious Joker movie. We're going to do a sequel, but we're going to twist this, you know, softer on the villain side.
But
you know what I mean?
You know what they did do?
I don't know, just an idea. I'm just throwing out ideas, but they could be just launching these as ideas.
For something like that,
in the water.
They even took it in even like they watered it down to make it more believable.
Yeah, a musical now that the sequel is going to be a musical.
But they also didn't make it like this, like, because like that's what Marvel had to do too, is kind of like water a lot of shit down so they can make it more like realistic, so we can like they can dumb it down so we can kind of get on like the same level. The Joker movie did that as well, and it was a super eerie movie because you watch it and you're kind of like, I don't think I'm comfortable. Like that was like weird to watch. Like
that's the point.
So like that's DC though, is like not being comfortable. And that's the whole point. Like Batman is a superhero, but he's never comfortable with what he's doing. Like he's always out there doing things that he doesn't like want to. Also putting people in hospitals. Not killing them though, but killing them with bills.
For like jaywalking.
Who are you supposed to be?
I am curious about this Flash movie though. That there are still like with everything that this freaking psycho's done, they're still like trying to push this thing forward. So that's kind of wild.
The only thing I can think of is that there might be a slight tie-in to the possibility of the ending
like
of Black Adam and stuff
almost.
also as well that's going on, and as well as of course now the new confirmation of Man of Steel 2 as well. You know, there's a lot of big things that are
hopefully you guys can all watch it though.
Moving forward.
It's a very entertaining movie.
Do you guys?
A lot of action.
Are you guys cool with them just automatically being like, yeah, we could just go into like other multiverses though, or do you think they maybe should have like built up to that?
I'm actually cool with the total reset.
I think
like
it's kind of
Flashpoint reset.
It's kind of perfect because Marvel already
like DC
built up an
does that with their
understanding
comics
of
anyway,
like for
so
everyone
yeah.
else, right? So it's like, oh well, we all get it for Marvel multiverse shit. Oh, and now it's in DC too, you know. So it's like it makes it a little easier, but.
Yeah, and then like in the comics for DC, they've done it so many times.
Yeah, like
to where like there's like a crisis event, or a Flashpoint event.
I hope DC does it right. I'm already upset because we almost lost Henry Cavill. We definitely lost Gal Gadot. She's not gonna be Wonder Woman anymore. It's such a mistake. I don't think so. I mean, I think she's already done.
That'd be weird.
Because they do have Wonder Woman 3 on the slate, and I hope Patty Jenkins doesn't do it.
Yeah. They should have.
Dude, Dallas Bryce Howard should do it.
Oh,
Dude, that would be sick. But I hope they also make. Marvel did a good job of also like getting movie characters and giving them movies that like say shouldn't have. Like, you know how they were supposed to start with Doctor Strange, but they're like psych Iron Man first, and then they were able to make characters like C-list characters into be A-list characters.
Mm-hmm.
I hope DC can do that too. Like, don't just give me the classic Superman, Batman. You know, give me a Constantine. Give me like something else.
Mm-hmm.
Like
So the biggest one I feel like I'm banking on is Blue Beetle, dude. Like
Blue
that's gonna be
Beetle,
one of the
that's gonna be
biggest
great,
game
yeah.
changers, really. I feel
Uh-huh.
like.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, same.
So I don't know. All right, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I would say for our news, right? Or your
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
least, anyways.
Yeah.
But let's real quickly dive into our gaming, and then we'll dive into Rings of Power because man, that show is
Awesome.
boy, hell yeah.
Awesome
But
show.
all right, so really quickly for gaming, recently there was a couple of showcases online for a couple of new games that got announced. Two of the biggest ones that are actually more or less remakes, both of them. Silent Hill 2 is being remade. One of the biggest ones that people like loved in the old PlayStation games, like everybody's fucking going nuts for it.
mhm.
And as well, Resident Evil 4, once again, the biggest, like fucking one of the biggest well-known games of all time. Changed up the series, and they're still changing the mechanics for this new ass game. So the fact that they're willing to take risks and do shit for like that, it's fucking crazy as fuck. But last but not least, dude. I mean, not last, but in the middle, Modern Warfare 2 coming out soon.
Friday.
Friday,
What do you
yeah.
guys think
I'm gonna
about
do
that?
it. I don't care.
So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I'll
do it too.
Yeah.
Is
I don't know,
Gunfight gonna be in there?
I have to
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah.
Dude, turnies?
Give me a lock.
Dude, give me
You
Turner.
know,
Give me a lock
I'm
for
actually
Gunfight,
down for
dude.
this. You know what? Like, as much as like the last Call of Duties are just crack and meth and just horrible for you, and we are not a crack and meth podcast.
Yes.
No, yes. Yes, this is us planting the flag right now.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
are anti
We are anti-crack
crack
and
and
meth.
meth.
Right.
Yes.
So
Right.
let
So-
that be known.
But I'm hoping that maybe they kind of learn from their mistakes. You could tell they just kind of like went like a DC route in a way, and they're kind of like, okay, like they released Modern Warfare, and then they're like, oh guys, look, Black Ops Cold War. Oh guys, look, like Vanguard. And everybody's like,
Dude, did
And-
anyone even buy Vanguard?
No,
I would love to
I
see the
didn't.
numbers on that game.
and
Trash.
but with the is
Like,
there a
who the hell's
new
playing that
Warzone
game?
for this one?
World War II this one.
There's gonna be Warzone 2. I don't know if it's dropping the same.
Aren't they
day,
gonna do a
I think.
Warzone
I think-
ranked?
doesn't
Just
it-
just
I
add
think
the
it
word
dropped
ranked
with-
and then I'm in.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm mistaken, but I thought it dropped with Modern Warfare 2.
If it does, that's cool. It's a very different gameplay. It's more like Black Ops 4's, like the what is it, Blackout?
Oh, that's dope actually.
Um,
God, imagine all
no
the lads
loadouts.
on Warzone ranked.
No loadouts
Oh
though.
my god, dude.
Oh no,
That would
Warzone 2 will be
belligerent.
coming out on November 16th. A little bit longer.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
okay.
A
You
few
know,
more
give me
weeks.
Give me time to
So
get
yeah,
the guns
we
down.
can get the mechanics. You can
We
get the
can
gameplay
get
and the
mechanics,
cam.
yeah.
You know, like basically, like, well, isn't that what Modern Warfare was also?
Yeah.
Like, when it came out.
Yeah.
It
No,
was just
it
Modern
was much
Warfare,
later though.
And then
Warzone came out in March.
Yeah, I
because
need
there was
to,
a COVID. It was a
Right,
COVID.
yeah.
year.
Oh, are you guys playing this campaign?
No, but I've
Yeah,
been
it's
watching
such
it on Twitch, and it doesn't look
I
bad.
fuck with it.
Yeah.
I was
like
I was
campaigns.
watching the dog play.
Feels like a movie.
Like Ghost comes out, right?
Oh,
It's like the campaign.
Yeah.
Ghost, yeah.
Like the
so like, there's this
actual-
dog
Oh.
on
But, like, the
TikTok,
story of
Oh,
Ghost.
cool.
and
No,
he does
the
lives,
character.
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
plus he's got a controller cam,
Yeah.
and it's his paws on the controller,
Nice.
but it's like actual live, like playing like Call of
Yeah.
Duty,
Yeah.
but it's like somebody else, but it's a dog playing though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's a
then,
dog
basically, you know what? I've been trying to get into it. I've been playing Doctor Castle recently because I just
Yeah.
came out for Siege again. I'm in the monster mode because it's Halloween, and then of course Battlefront, and I just been absolutely destroying kids in Battlefront. So, but I'm ready to get back into something that'll make me mad. So,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
you know,
I already do that with playing Apex ranked.
you see,
Yes.
that's why I don't like.
So I feel like I
Mhm.
can adjust.
I actually played
Yeah.
Apex the other day.
What?
And
Shit,
yeah,
tell me.
no, I played with some random because he wanted to play. So some guy that I knew from volleyball. It actually wasn't the other day. It was probably like maybe like a month ago. And I got on it and I was like, oh, dude, I can't. Like it was just like such a change of pace.
No, it is. It's very fast.
It's
very
so
different,
fast,
The
it's very-
mechanics.
But
It's very
that
difficult.
was the thing is that like I was dropping in like
So
booting
heavy.
out and then they were already like meters away killing people and I was
Mhm.
like, dude, I don't even have like guns. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
no,
so fast.
I was like, all right,
Just
just
like,
like the
shit.
style of play.
That's
is,
why I
crazy,
don't
too.
ever like
With
knock
all the-
it
with
for
all the
anybody
legends.
who like just hops in and like, no, I can't play this because I did like it took me 4 different times.
I
Yeah,
did,
to like
I-
try it
I
and then be
used to
like, no,
play it.
like
Yeah.
I'm down.
I was big into it for a while once like Warzone was really like grinding my gears and
We're
all
all
that.
gonna play Chivalry soon, right?
Chivalry.
yes.
Did you
Yeah,
play it?
yeah.
You
It was
downloaded
fun.
it?
Yeah.
I told
We
you
should play
to
today.
download it.
Do we
Hell yeah,
just,
I've been
Yeah.
downloading it. So recently,
It's so
on
fun to play
Game
today.
Pass, Chivalry 2 came out.
It's a funny game.
And it's basically
Like Battlefront.
It's like Battlefront,
But
but with
it's more
swords and and shields
That's
and
it.
halberds and fucking whatever the fuck.
How many?
It's
how many
very
people
medieval.
Play in a
It's very
lobby,
medieval. Honestly-
like with your friends.
There's
Because
like
all
a
4 of us join.
Actually, in a
join.
lobby, I think you can do at least 4.
I think
or
we
maybe
can.
5.
But the thing is,
Imagine you
me
can
and
have
Drew
8 of
played.
us and all the lads.
Me and Drew played, and it was 64 versus 64.
He kept getting put on the other team.
But we kept putting on different teams.
Yeah,
so
that's
we're
just
just
weird.
like,
Oh my
But
God.
you can switch
Can't you
teams.
change
Yeah, you can
games?
switch
teams?
teams.
we did, yeah.
But it's actually fucking nuanced, like the blocking and like you actually the dodging, the step back.
It's
and, like,
it's kind of like
you
a
have to-
dumbed down For Honor.
And the fact that like
I hate
I think
that.
I think the only interesting
That
or
one
the
makes
real
me angry,
interesting
too.
aspect is
Yeah.
so say you got a sword, right? And say you're gonna swing it this way, forward.
Mhm.
They have a mechanic where if you want to swing it faster, well, in real life, wouldn't you do that, right? Like to kind of get the blade a little bit faster.
Mhm.
You do that in the game, you know.
That's
you
cool.
swing a little
Mhm.
bit more, so that way you can get the hit quicker.
you have to like
That's
literally
fucking cool, you know,
move
like-
your like
Yeah.
Your body, your
Like
camera,
joystick.
the way you're looking.
Yeah. Mhm.
It
And
is
so
really fun,
little
yeah.
shit like that, like it's cool, it's different, it's a nice switch up of pace. So
Yeah.
But
you guys got Game
and then
Pass.
speaking
It's very
of
fun
games-
though. It's
yeah,
a very fun
it's goofy,
game.
you know.
Yeah,
It's something to not take
Speaking
seriously.
of games that we are
But
dipping our
it's fun.
toes in, dude, I've been so in on Cyberpunk. Ever since.
Oh,
dude, the both
I
of us
just
have
like go
been
around
playing
doing
Cyberpunk, dude.
side missions and
Yeah.
like it is wonky with some mechanics of the game. It's like still buggy, but
Mhm.
like I don't know, like I don't know if it runs as good as it does for the old gen, but for the new gen it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
it looks.
It fucking
good.
looks pretty
Interesting.
good. Graphic
Yeah.
wise is
I
really
don't know if I
good.
can
Yeah.
get into Cyberpunk, but
But I'm super in on it.
Gameplay's a lot of fun in that one too.
Yeah.
But it's just the driving super wonky.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and it's like the one thing that
It's definitely
grinds
not
my
a perfect
gears.
game, but I don't know. I'm just having a lot of fun.
Because like the one that, or like the one part of it that grinds my gears is that you can't go third person.
Yeah.
It's all first person.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
know,
but it's really cool
dumb
though,
that they didn't
and
Cyberpunk?
do it.
and it's a great story. What?
Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the other thing too for Modern Warfare, don't get in trouble, don't get banned because you got to put your phone number out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, so
They know
your
where you
account
live.
will be just like Overwatch, connected to your phone number, your and whatever account you make. It's basically to deter cheating. If your account does get flagged for any type of cheating or whatever, you basically have to have a new phone number to try and jump back in. You know, which I mean makes sense. It's a kind of cool way to do it. But if you get flagged accidentally, that's the only.
That would
big
make
issue.
I'm not good enough to where.
And
Yeah,
I've only-
exactly.
And I've only been shadow banned
Risk
once.
being
I've been
funny.
shadow banned once.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dom
yeah.
actually did get shadow
Yeah,
banned
me
one
too.
time.
It's weird.
It's
But-
weird, right? Because
Yeah.
then you literally
So
get killed
agree.
by just hackers that,
Yeah,
that are actually
well,
hacking. And you're like,
you get
what?
slapped in with a bunch of the rest of the hackers with them. So
And
you're
they
just like, all right, you want to be
literally-
one of them? There you go.
Yeah.
You're like, go play
People
along.
to the
You
ground and
guys all
shit.
play together.
back
Yeah.
when like you can also take the helicopters and put them underground and fly them and shit.
Exactly. But yeah, and last but not least for our gaming news, Gotham Knights is an absolute mess.
Yeah.
Dumpster
travesty.
fire.
It
It's
is
dumpster
a
fire.
mess on
Stupid.
every
It's cock-a-doodle
single
Macumba.
platform, on every single wherever you're playing it, how you're playing it,
Why'd
doesn't
they come out
matter.
with that game, dude?
Whether
I
it be
thought
on
they
cloud,
rushed it.
whether it be on
Dude,
whatever.
it's,
Yep.
dude,
Yeah,
but it
probably
looked
was.
like I see the trailers and I'm like, it looks good.
Looked cool.
But just the cinematic trailers though.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like all the gameplay just sucks.
So like this to me, I feel like is gonna be a game that is when it's like $10 on like the Xbox
okay.
store, people
Yeah,
are gonna
like-
go back and play it
Yeah,
and then be
most
like,
likely.
yeah, now it's a fun little game. But
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
other than that,
But
no.
it's like
this game looks like
as a
shit.
$60 game,
This game looks
get
like
out of my
shit.
face.
Yeah, fuck no.
Get
Not
out
as
of
a
my
new game,
face.
not as a full price game. There's no way.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Absolutely not.
Hell no.
Oh, hell nah.
But all right, that's pretty much it for our gaming segment. Now we're going to dive into the stuff that we are currently watching. And actually, which just finished, and we finished all of it, was Rings of Power.
Yes.
Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, Amazon Prime's bread and butter currently, I should say, or just
Yeah.
finished.
Yeah.
Currently, their bread and
Right
butter.
now it is after the boys
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Exactly. But, general thoughts. What do you guys feel about this show? What do you guys think? What do you guys
Very
feel
good
about
season. This was $1 billion.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looked
I mean,
good.
I could see it like
It
definitely with the environment and everything. Like
Oh,
it
yeah.
looks
Yeah.
$1
And,
billion.
and
See,
then
the-
like visually,
the mountains?
the mountains,
like,
all the cities
the
like
islands.
that they've gone into.
Yeah.
That
Right.
the Dwarven Kingdom
That's like
inside.
the,
Yeah, the
Oh,
mines
that
and
was
all,
great.
yeah.
That's right, the
Yeah.
mines and the
Uh-huh.
mountains.
And then that one guy just chilling at the bottom of it.
And
Oh,
Balrog.
yo, yeah, dude, what the
The
fuck was
Balrog
that?
was
Balrog.
on too.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, even the orcs looked fantastic.
The
Dude,
orcs-
they all
Yeah.
look so
Oh, yeah.
Especially there early on.
Movie quality. Come on,
Yeah,
let's
it
be
was
real.
movie
Yeah.
quality
Let's be
for
real.
a
The
TV
makeup
show.
and shit like that.
Yeah.
That's movie quality.
I wonder how much money they made off of this.
Well, I don't know. I guess
hope a good
it's
bit.
yet to see since the
Do we-
the last episode.
do we think- that they got their money back. That's a lot of money they put into this.
That's a lot of dollars.
Mm-hmm. But no, dude, but like, this show is unreal, man. And it's and like, for someone that kind of hasn't dove into like this kind of lore in a very long time, like, it's like pretty cool to get backstory on like the past movies too.
Yeah,
and that's what they're doing.
Honestly, this is such a good series to bring out now for anybody that has never seen Lord of the Rings. I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a very, very good intro, almost. You know what I mean? Like, you could even watch this and then maybe even dive in, like, to a certain degree.
Yeah, I would say so.
Like, I don't know. Would you recommend that? Honestly?
No,
like,
I would go
what
the
would you
first
recommend?
three. I would go the first three. I would go in reverse order, actually.
Oh, okay.
I would go the first three, and then the Hobbit series, and then this.
But I do think it's got that kind of watchability though.
It does.
Like, first time watcher and like didn't watch any of the movies.
You
still
can.
watch this.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, of course.
Because I was almost coming from that like point of view.
Like
Because like I haven't seen these movies in so long, but it's like, and then throughout the show, like I was having so many questions, but they were like giving us those answers like throughout the show as well.
They did a good job of that.
And
That's the one thing I'll say is that the $1 billion like went towards you can say it towards everything, like story, environment. Like, I do hope in season 2, music as well. Like the CG is great. The volcano looked amazing. Just like every little aspect of it, even like to like the leaves and all that, like the elvish leaves. I hope in season 2 they do step up just the fight scenes a little bit.
Yeah,
I want to see more.
Yeah, I mean,
I wanna
as
see more
well.
also.
That's fair. But I guess the focus on this was just more the world building, plot stuff, you know, which makes sense.
Which I was okay with, and what I got, I was cool with. I still think the coolest scene ever is when I think I don't know his name, but he catches the arrow and he's like sends it back.
Arondir.
Arondir, yeah. Arondir.
you know. And then But I like didn't expect them like to like give us the creation of that place, Mordor. Yeah.
Yeah,
dude,
and it was very cool when it changes like from Southlands
to Mordor.
Yeah, and then it was once they were there, like that's like kind of when I figured that out. Well, like once like the volcano went off, I was like, wait a minute, this is
Yeah.
And then like So it's cool how they did that from someone who wasn't super into like the lore and like they like bring you along like they bring the casual watcher, which is probably John and I, along very well.
Yeah.
But so that dragon lava monster thing.
What are you doing down there?
Yeah. What's he doing down there?
So I think those are.
Is he just always down there? And is that how it gets all messed up for the movie?
Yes and no.
Remember in the movie, like it's all messed up?
He's kind of a creature that's being held, right? Essentially.
No, well, from what I've seen and heard, is kind of like, I forget his name, but the god character essentially. So the way the mithril is like created was like the god character essentially like struck lightning into the earth and onto the tree, and then it like seeps down into like the earth and stuff like that. But then they're like really good. I forget what they're called. But Gandalf is one, and like all the wizards, and then
The blues.
no. They're like these beings, like kind of like these types of special beings. But Balrogs are essentially the same thing. They're essentially dark wizard dragons. They're like wizards.
What?
Yeah.
I think they're at one point weren't they also?
That's
like,
hard as
Yeah,
fuck.
they're
Yeah.
sorcerers.
They were like
they're
they were like
No way.
Yeah, I think they were at one
That's
point
cool.
they were like
That's
actual
sick.
like wizards, just like people, and I
Right,
think they
yeah,
were like
that's-
when they were consumed or whatever, they turned into like the.
And they just fed
turn into those
heavier.
big motherfuckers.
Because the
So-
thing is, the way
So there's more of those things.
Because
Yeah,
I think
I
one
think
of the
there's like 4 or 5 in total.
one of the best
Might
things
be
they
more.
establish here, especially with the stranger, that weird kind of character.
Yeah.
Which I guess we can go ahead and talk about spoilers now. Again, we're
Yeah.
at the end of the series.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So we
finished.
already
you
gave
don't,
kind
skip
of a good,
forward.
Yeah, we already gave a good kind of recap of the whole show, I would say. But so I think that's one of the good things that they establish here is that in the world of Lord of the Rings, it's always kind of like an eye for an eye. You know, you do a thing, it takes a thing. You know, for like the stranger. You know, like
Right.
in order to show. Like one of the first things that he shows them is the map of the stars, right? Where he's trying to show them the constellation with the bugs, the fireflies. But when he does so, the fireflies die, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what the thing is that anytime you do something with magic or anything, you know,
There's that
stuff
balance.
like that, it has to be balanced. You know, you lose a thing in order to make a thing.
So
So it's interesting.
Were you guys also fooled once they said that he was
Sauron?
I actually thought it was kind of cool, but I was like, what the hell? Like,
I was a little confused because I was like,
no, I thought for sure it wasn't him because even though they try and paint that picture, I'm like, he's been moving around technically already.
Yeah.
And I don't think he would just randomly move
oh,
around.
I mean, like
and
just be lost and like.
well, but then
forget
because you
his-
see him shoot from the sky.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
that can't be him because he's not just gonna be moving around. Because even Hellebrick says that he's like.
And then plus, don't they say that he's been called by many names?
Many names,
too?
that's what
so
he
that
says,
kind of
yeah.
gives you a clue.
So that's why I was like, this
that
guy.
he's
a stranger?
okay. No,
But
Sauron.
those
Sauron.
Oh, yeah.
followers of Sauron that find him, you could, like, I guess they confirmed that it is Gandalf actually because in Lord of the Rings.
Oh, he says I'm like a wizard and shit.
Well, because there's many wizards, but Sauron is one as well. So they were like, oh, like this is Sauron, like he crashed with fire, like this is him. But it's not till he kills them when you see the butterfly. That's like a huge thing because Gandalf would always talk to a butterfly, and so
Yeah.
when I made you guys watch Fellowship, there's a scene where he's talking like a butterfly floats around him, and he like jumps off like the building, and then like the eagles catch him, and he flies away.
Mhm.
Like, there's something about like a butterfly connection that I was putting together that I was like, okay, the
Yo,
butterfly.
all right, so Gandalf's from space.
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially.
well, yeah,
That's
a
yeah.
lot of
wild.
the wizards and magical beings.
All of them
tend to
come
be,
from
yeah.
off.
Really?
Yeah, they come from off.
No
world.
shit.
Yeah, even the
I
like,
didn't
different
know
colored
that
wizards,
shit.
they just all
Yeah,
happen
the
to-
blue wizard,
No
the
way.
brown wizard.
Freaking-
And we don't even know the blue wizards are apparently dead somewhere.
Yeah,
I don't know
I
what
wish
the
that they
brown
would go
was.
more into where they are.
Yeah.
But,
So then,
Yeah, but we didn't see
so
it.
then that guy is Gandalf.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, the stranger.
Yeah.
I mean,
Did
it's
they
not
call
like
him Ishtar or is
that's what it is. That's what he is. He's an Ishtar. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
So
So
That's
then
what they're called.
Gandalf is
Yeah, Ishtar.
Ishtar?
Yeah, he's an Ishtar,
Mhm.
which is like a special
magical
being.
being,
Oh, so
yeah,
like
it's
that's
actually-
his like species.
It's almost like
Yeah.
the best way you can describe it. It's almost like a force wielder in Star
force
Wars,
wielder,
right? It's just, or they can use
yeah.
magic, you know. It's just
Okay.
They use magic. Yeah.
So that guy's Gandalf then.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn. That's kinda
Yeah, and
wild.
they give a couple ways for you to.
Oh,
first of
that's
all-
why he fucks with the hobbits so much, dude.
First of all, yeah, he fucks with the first hobbits, which are the Harfoots.
Mhm.
The second is when at the end when you see what's her name? I can't remember her name. The one Harfoot. I can't
Damn,
remember her
dude.
name.
So then in the movie,
What do
Gandalf
you
squares up with that thing.
Yeah.
Damn.
Some ice
Yo,
cream.
Gandalf's a badass.
But he's like, do you know where we're going? And she's like, I have no clue. And then he's like, well, I've always found like it's helpful to like follow your nose. He literally says that to
Yeah.
Frodo in
Uh-huh.
Fellowship.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
it's-
that's freaking ties.
He says that,
Yeah.
and then there's a scene
That's cool.
in Fellowship too. Like, do you remember when they're in the mines and they're like, we don't know which way to go, and he's just like sitting there, and then he's like, oh, it's that way. Like,
yeah,
that's like a
Mm-hmm.
like how Gandalf
Good
was the same
tell.
way, where he's like, oh, I don't know where to go, and he's like, that way, and then
So
he just like,
it's also a gift of sight, and then you know,
yeah.
But yeah, they're
Oh, that's
super.
dope. That's
yeah,
cool.
they're super interesting.
So with Sauron, is he like? Is that his OG form?
No,
no.
that's him just being an impersonator.
Yeah.
He's just impersonating.
Oh, and then that dead body that he said that he like took something off of,
Oh,
like in the Southlands. That was probably the body that he's using.
yeah, probably.
So like the guy that they were showing us, he's probably dead.
Yeah,
Yeah, of
Halbrand.
course.
Yeah, because they show essentially, or
Halbrand.
they talk about essentially how in this age, like Sauron has lost like essentially his powers. He's not really in power anymore. Andar is like the one who's trying to become the Dark Lord. But he's like moving, and it's kind of like in
He's
Harry Potter
running,
with
hiding,
Voldemort.
building.
Andor
Yeah.
is the.
The elf that's dark, like the not the black elf, but like the one that has all the orcs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They all call him Father.
Yeah, they call him Father
That's
and
weird.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But what's crazy too though is, did you guys catch, so when Galadriel she's kind of sussy of him, right? And she's like he's talking about or it's not him, but Celebrimbor's talking about
yeah.
the ring, and he's like, it'll be a power beyond this world. That's literally what Adar said to Galadriel in that barn.
That's why Galadriel
and that's why she snapped.
started getting suspicious of him.
Yeah, and that's why she knew. She was like, "There's a tie that shouldn't be. Like, I don't know what it is."
Yeah. And then so what we've seen at the end
they did that very well.
Yeah, it was.
Rings of Power is they create the 3 rings out of the mithril and something else.
What do those rings do?
So those are like to bring balance, like power, like so.
And it's it's to heal. They're healing
just
rings.
To say it's like, oh, okay, like look at this ring.
No, they're healing rings.
They have like they actually do things like.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I was
for
like,
those,
this means this.
No,
Yeah.
kind of like the one ring.
anything?
You know how you saw in the one ring where like
it can turn you invisible.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like that. You know, it has a power. It has an ability. They all have like a sort of like that sorcery stuff. You know, it's the magical stuff, but it gets like pushed and pressed into like a piece of something.
Yeah. So with the elves, those are all healing because the point of those is to heal. They're essentially like their trees of life. Yeah, their lands. The tree of life, which is now being infected by the evil that is not just Middle Earth, but the evil that's actually within like the elves, like, which is crazy.
So and basically
because like they all have the potential to go like dark out.
And you see, and you see like Galadriel at points really fluctuate on that line, which is really cool. And you see it in Fellowship when she fucking goes ballistic on Frodo for like 2 seconds.
Oh yeah,
She's a mean
that
bitch,
was scary.
Green bitch.
That was
yeah.
really scary. Yeah.
So
that was
basically too is that we've gotten to a point where now they've created 3 rings for the elves. Keep in mind they also make 7 for the dwarves, I think, and 9 for the men.
9 for men.
So the guy who actually does that, so at one point in time, I'm sure they're going to go into it, but Celebrimbor, the guy that makes the rings, he's the one that makes them. At one point in time, he's going to get possessed by Sauron, and then he makes them for like
everyone.
Everything. Yeah, and then those rings eventually.
Oh, that guy's gonna make the ring.
Yeah, so he
The other
basically
rings?
made so he makes all the other ones by Celebrimbor's help, and eventually like I think the will of man is the one that gets crumbled, right?
Yeah.
So they're the ones that like turn and all that.
Okay.
So
Dang, dude.
But it all really starts with Sauron, and I think that's such an interesting aspect of like Lord of the Rings. It always kind of weirdly circles back to him, like in the weirdest ways, you know?
Yeah,
like, he's such a big bad fuck, but like even though you don't always see him,
But you know what's...
But he's always like there. You
know
know, like
what's-
he's always in the back. He's always doing shit.
But it's kind of creepy when he says that, like, I've been moving around. It makes you think that he's just been cynically, like, going back and forth to places,
Watching
like,
almost,
watching,
like
trying to gain, like, some kind of, like, leverage to, like, move forward. And then eventually it turns, like, we've all seen Lord of the Rings and all that, so it turns into
Also, there's a point where they dip the mithril in, I don't know, if, not the lava, but, like, the heating,
like the forging stuff.
yeah, the forging stuff, and when it spreads, you see like a circle and then a line through the middle, and it's essentially like the eye of Sauron.
Dude.
You're like, yes, dude.
That's something that I noticed too. I was like, all right, that's like really cool to do that. Yeah, dude. Overall, really good show.
Let me ask you guys, what do you think was one of the most environments or whatever, like, you know, because we got a big budget and one of the biggest we saw it in was in the visuals, right?
Yeah.
For sure. What was like an environment or someplace that really stood out to you that you're like,
The
oh,
mines.
really
Once they
yeah,
showed like the
yeah.
city,
That-
like with the different levels and
what's it called,
Ours, like,
Numenor or whatever it's
Numenor,
called?
dude, Numenor was
Numenor was
beautiful.
gorgeous, dude.
It looked like almost like an Italian villa, you know, just like so
Yeah,
stacked
dude.
and different.
especially when they
floors.
sailed into
And
it.
then even like how scary the nightmare is, seeing the fucking
The water,
just
the
crush it.
tsunami,
Oh
yeah.
my
Oh,
God.
you know what I liked a lot though was the beginning of Mordor, and the after effects, like when she wakes up and her face is all ash, and like everyone's just covered in ash, and then like when you find out the queen's blind, she's like, how
That's
long is
crazy
this
too,
smoke
yeah.
is like in front of us, and they're like, what? Like so, I think Mordor was also incredible. That was one of my
also
favorite
sick.
things to
Yeah,
see.
the birth of Mordor,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah,
It's
that was
fucking
really
unreal.
cool.
Like the
so
the
cool.
scene that really like intrigued me a lot with like the environment is Galadriel's like mission in the first, where she's just walking through like everywhere to find Sauron. Everything just looks so good, like when they're walking through the snow.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
in
they have
that
to
very
climb
first
that-
episode,
Yeah, they have to
Yeah.
climb
yeah,
the fucking
no.
thing. And
That
shit.
started off pure
And I was
gas.
like, that was like, and they just look like badasses, just like on missions. Like we don't care, like it's cold as shit. We don't rest, and they just go.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is sick.
Galadriel.
God bless. But yeah. Anyways, what about characters in particular that you guys really kind of stood out to you that you really like kind of cling to the most? I should say, like, really.
For whatever reason, Elrond.
Elrond came around for me, dude.
Yeah.
Because at first I
Elrond
didn't
is-
really care about him, and I was like, dude, I feel like this guy could be kind of like a
backstabby, maybe,
smug
like,
kind of snake, but like guy was Furda, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, Guy was for the boys. But I definitely came around on him like the most, and he like ended up being like my favorite one for sure.
Characters for me, that's really hard because I love Galadriel's like determination.
Mine is Elrond.
Elrond is the
Such a smooth talker.
He is.
Yeah, no, he is. He is.
The guy is just such
it seems like when
such a
everything
diplomat.
when
Yeah.
everything got
Especially
like
with,
out of control, he was always just like, okay, and then he would just like say something, and you're like, I'm calm. Like I'm
Yeah.
calm.
Especially with Durin, like
Yeah.
the conversations.
Oh,
I
love
love
those.
him and Durin, like
Just guys being dudes.
Yeah, guys
I
being
think
dudes,
I'm
just
gonna-
like
I'm gonna
freaking
pick
going
both
through
those
minds.
guys.
What
Yeah.
solidified them too for me was
I
when
love
he asked
their
for
dynamic.
the promise. When what's his Durin was like, put your hand on the mountain and promise me. You know, and
Yeah.
he looked him in the eye and he's like, it's not gonna leave like anywhere here. You know,
Yeah.
out of my lips. That's it.
Mhm.
Like I'm literally the last person here. And I like that. Like I don't
Yeah.
know, it's just it felt so real, you know, the acting on it, and it felt
Yeah.
so genuine. And,
Even
and the
Durin's
connection.
wife.
Like she was a great actress
Was
too.
great,
like, so
dude.
the parts with the dwarves in this show were like, woo, chef kiss. Like all of them
dude.
were
All the
beautiful,
dwarves were
perfect,
chef kiss.
hilarious. Even when Elrond is like spying on the conversation with Durin and his wife.
Yeah.
When he's like, oh, like, you know, we're almost done or whatever. And then the dwarves are passing by and they're like, what are you doing? You know, and he's just like, I'm hanging out. And they just like bump him like fucking assholes. Like, and he smiles because he's like, well, that's what they are, you know? So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I love that about them, dude.
The
They're
acting was really
hilarious.
good. I'm gonna say this too. The budget, the music was really fucking
music was
good.
really good.
When anyone sang, I forget which Harfoot it was. It was her best friend. When she sings like that like little travel song, like I was like, dang, like
Yeah.
it felt good. And then when when Durin's wife is singing to the mountains to like heal it,
Yeah.
I was like,
So my
dude.
heart,
Yeah.
my heart is
So
just-
fucking good. And then
Yeah,
obviously
that
all
was
like the orchestra and stuff like that when they're going into Numenor.
yeah.
Perfect. So like
Music wise, this show is
Yeah, I
fucking
loved it.
phenomenal.
I
and
think-
even with the fucking
I think the
visuals.
two characters that intrigued me. I was gonna say There's something about Hillebrand that I was
Halbrand.
like, Halbrand that I was like, okay, he's like something special about him. But I think Galadriel's determination is what gets me.
Oh yeah, she's awesome too.
And then Arondir, like there's something about him
Yeah,
that is,
dude,
like,
Arondir.
Arondir
is
is
just
fucking
sick.
I think Galadriel, like, obviously insanely good character. And the actress, like, does a good job, and you just feel like the distension in her like eyes. Like just like she's obsessed. And I love that part where her and Halbrand, it's not in that last episode, but it's like later, or it's something maybe episode 4 or 5. And he's like, why can't you stop? Or no, he's like, why do you do this? Like, why are you keep doing this? And she like turns and she's crying and she's like, because I can't stop. Like she herself. And then
Yeah.
in this one too, like,
It's so good, you know.
and you don't know if it's true or not because obviously Halbrand takes
who is
her
that
memory?
actress? Like she's incredible.
no clue, but she
What?
is.
She doesn't even
Never
look like
Morphoid
she looks.
Clark.
No,
Her name is-
Morphoid Clark.
Her name is Morphoid.
that's a black screen.
Clark.
Oh,
No, I think she looks more like
Look,
her.
that's her on the top left.
Morphoid Clark.
Yeah, I've never seen her in any.
I can't say I have either.
Dude, I think she looks more like the girl from the OGs than
Adriel.
Elrond
actual-
does.
Oh
Like-
yeah. Well, Elrond
The
looks
fake
nothing
of the
like
one,
him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
looks nothing
because
like
Hugo
him. That's why,
Weaving
like, I had
is
no
like-
idea who Elrond was. I was
Yeah.
like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
Hugo Weaving is just like I don't
He
know,
plays
can
Ned
replicate
Stark.
him.
That
in-
guy's
in
always
Game
like-
of Thrones.
Wait, hold on.
He's
That's one who's
he's Red
Elrond?
Skull and
Oh no, yeah, that guy. Yeah, that guy just
Yeah.
plays a villain. And I was gonna tell you guys that I think that's the first time I've seen him play a good guy.
Yeah.
In
Oh well, Ned
that
Stark.
movie.
Yeah,
I never seen
he was
Game
also
of
somewhat
Thrones.
of a good guy in the first Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And he's the one that was like in the battle where Sauron and all that
Yeah.
happened. So that hasn't happened yet. In Lord of the Rings, it's happened, but in Rings of
This
Power it
hasn't.
hasn't. But I think it's gonna be really
Yeah.
good.
But
I don't know if they should add any more characters to
That's
this.
true. Lastly, well, since you're on the topic of characters, lastly I want to bring up fucking Theo and Isildur, dude. Fucking
Isildur, yeah.
Fuck those
Oh,
guys, man.
dude,
They're
yeah.
such cocksuckers. Like Theo, like really kind of pissed me off, man. Like especially
Yeah.
the beginning parts, like I don't know.
I think
How do you
Theo's
feel about
half
the
elf.
character?
You don't see his ears at all.
Oh,
I think he's half elf.
That's an interesting.
Who?
Theo, that one like super smoke like fucking poor mommy's like kid. He finds the hilt in his.
He finds the hilt of
yeah,
Mordor,
yeah, yeah.
of Sauron. That
Yeah.
His
remember?
mom
Oh,
And
His
he
mom
gets
was an
alone,
absolute.
No,
Her mom's
so-
basically crushing the
So
the
mom
elf.
that's with
Yeah.
the black elf
and
around
Arondir.
Yeah.
her son.
Yeah,
Remember?
the one he's just got like a Beatles haircut,
And
like
he's
a fucking
also like
bowl
kind of
haircut.
dark too,
Yeah.
like Arondir. So
I
he's around
thought that guy was. Oh wait, no,
The
a
kid in the center.
Sildor or a Sildir is that
Sildur
guy's
Center.
Is the
Theo is the kid in
yeah
the center,
Oh,
and then right
okay.
next to him is the Sildur.
Yeah.
Sildur.
yeah Sildor. So
I
yeah,
think
that
that guy
a lot
was-
of things
was
to
great
be
actor.
determined. I think maybe next one we'll see the Forge be created, and along with the Forge being created, I think we'll see Sauron's shift to power over Adar. I don't think
Ooh.
Adar has the infrastructure to do it. He has the troops, but I don't think he's as cunning, obviously. So
And Isildur's missing, right?
yeah,
That was a cool last shot of him as Halbrand.
Yeah.
Over Mordor.
looking over Mordor, very
was
cool
dope.
last shot.
Yeah, that
Very
was
very
cool.
cool.
Yeah, no, you kind of look like a Sith.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I was gonna say. Oh, but we also don't know because remember he like possessed Galadriel for a little bit and was like going into her thoughts and her
Mhm.
mind.
Yeah.
So we don't know if that was the last thing that her brother said was touch the darkness again. If it was,
That was
Crazy.
a dope scene.
very dope
The
scene.
possession is like a dope scene.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It goes
that
into
was-
like
That's
a
full on Genjutsu.
Well, because
Genjutsu.
have
Mhm.
we ever really seen that like that?
Only
Not like that, right?
not like that. No, not like that.
For
that
what?
one was the most like for him basically taking over somebody. Or
he like
Oh,
tapped
okay,
into
okay.
like one of her like core memories.
Yeah, which is her and her
And,
brother
like,
on that hill.
And tried to persuade her by playing like a heartfelt character to her and being like, no, like I'm your brother, like blah, blah. And then
Yeah.
her like you could tell her will because that's like the whole thing. The will of men would crumble, but her will was like a lot stronger, so she was able to like take that and be like, you're not my brother, like, and then
Yeah.
like holds the knife to like him,
Yeah.
which is like
Yeah.
sick.
And then when she holds it to like Elrond right after, Elrond right after,
Uh-huh.
and then she's like, "Tell me where we met," and he's like,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Whoa, that's crazy."
Yeah, no, that
Like she
that's
can't
freaking nuts.
differentiate.
And her husband is dead.
No, they
Damn it.
think he
That was
was.
the thing. Yeah,
That's
we see it
Yeah,
in the
he's
memory.
missing right now.
We see it in the
yeah.
memory,
We see him in the
but-
memory, but we don't really see him.
So she's not single.
There's really not a lot of words. Oh yeah.
No, because everyone thinks that
It's
her and
fucking
Elrond are a
season.
thing, but they're actually not. Yeah, they're actually
Oh.
not.
I shipped him though.
I would ship
Ship
them.
who?
Her and Elrond.
Yeah, I think it'd be dope. I don't think they
Yeah.
ever turn into anything.
They don't.
Yeah.
No.
So, but I mean that's cool.
But, yeah. Well, I think that's pretty much it, though.
Yeah.
I would say for
Yeah.
season one, and I think we can also give a rate technically since
Yeah.
the season is over. What do you guys give season one of Rings of Power? And well, on a side note, well, no, I'll ask it afterwards. but
Okay.
I'm gonna give it so-
I'm gonna go 9.3.
Wow, that's high. Wow, that's
Wow.
really high. Wow,
Yeah.
wow.
I just thought it was just like a lot of quality.
It is a
Great
lot of
storytelling.
quality.
Really smooth.
And I think they make something like Lord of the Rings, that has a very complex lore
Yes, crazy.
system. And
complex.
it's very deep.
Maybe breathable.
Like,
That's
seem
a
understandable.
good way to
it
say it, digestible, breathable.
carries the casual viewer, which is myself and John,
Yeah.
along very well. And like it just got me really hyped for Lord of the Rings too. I think that's an important thing. That like a show can make me want to dive into their other stuff again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what this show did for
100%.
me.
hmm
And then everything from top to bottom, you can
Yeah.
tell is $1 billion show.
Yeah, no.
So yeah,
I'm gonna go
low,
rookie
low
score.
nines.
I'm gonna go rookie score 9-0.
Oh.
Yeah, 9-0. Because I think I have Fellowship at a 9-3. And then my lowest rated one is Two Towers. But even though it's my favorite one, I have that as an 8-9. I think this is just a little bit better. You're right, quality. My only really big thing was some continuity stuff.
Right.
Yeah, see, like I
With
guess
Gandalf.
since I'm not too well
Yeah,
versed about it,
especially with
I don't know.
Gandalf.
Mhm.
Yeah, that, I would say that's the biggest one.
The
for me
biggest one is
personally.
Gandalf for me.
Right.
Why? What's that one?
Supposedly Gandalf's not supposed to be there right now.
What?
Like he's supposed to. Yeah, Gandalf doesn't show up on Earth until the Third Age, and this is the Second Age.
Damn,
for
so
him
that
to be
comment literally came from space.
there- Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, they would
I-
say, like, the
I
Ishtar
just-
would
I
come
just,
from
I just thought it
another
was literally
world.
just launched from like another part of the world.
You thought he was
or something.
fucking
Yeah,
Master
no.
Chief, just
Yeah.
fucking coming down
Yeah,
from the,
like
the infinity, fucking just.
Like, I thought he was just like launched on the volcano for some reason. Like I thought he was just launched out of like a fucking volcano, and he just like went to like
Fucking-
the middle of
just got
Earth.
shit out of the volcano.
Yeah.
Fucking spat out.
Born in a volcano.
I'm gonna piggyback off of that because I
Okay.
also am gonna give it a 9. I think it's very, very good, and it's definitely not an 8. But I don't think it's a little bit, higher than or all that much higher than a 9. I feel like in a comfy spot at 9.
Yeah.
It's World building more than anything. I feel like that's what it did.
It like complicated world build, but a good one.
Yeah, it literally like it mixed the concrete and it set the foundation. You know, that's what this show was. It kind of just built that up, and now literally like if you wanted to, you know, you could toss on Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, you know, and kind of just watch up from there if you wanted to. Such an easy watch, beautiful fucking show. Budget wise, you fucking see it absolutely, like Matt said, in every aspect, from the music to the acting to the makeup to the fucking visuals. Every little bit of it, dude, the money was there. My only concern is now, can they do it again, and how soon will it be till they do the second season?
Well, they're already filming it, so
yeah,
they're already filming it.
With the editing wise, you know what I mean, the detail, that's the only part I'm scared about. You know what I mean? Because clearly this shit, like at least detail wise, took time. And we only got 8 episodes. Yeah. So, like, I'm a little fearful.
But they were all, like,
they were
over an hour.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome.
But, I don't know about it. I don't mind sacrificing the time as long as it's quality.
Yeah, no.
So, like, and Stranger Things really taught me that, because I was being, you know, it's like, where's my season 4?
Yeah.
And then
just snarling,
just feral like a rabbit.
The one that really, because before Stranger Things is actually The Witcher is the one that kind of like made me scared from all of it, because The Witcher 1 came out and then The Witcher 2 just never did, and then it finally did,
and then we were like,
what's happening?
I don't understand anything that's going on.
Yeah, no, and like especially after
the first season was cool, but like second season is like it literally is like you need to rewatch the first one.
So,
but I didn't want to.
But I guess shows like Stranger Things and then Rings of Power, I think there's more. I'm more involved in it just because I've seen it already, and I'm into Lord of the Rings. I'm into Stranger Things already. So, Lord of the Rings for me, I think I'm okay. I hope they don't just take a shit ton of time, because I feel as though like for $1 billion, I think you can get it on a good amount of time.
I think they're gonna do. It's gonna be a rotating record or something. So it's gonna be The Boys in between this, and then it'll be Rings of Power, and then The Boys, and then Rings of Power.
And then maybe soon once Invincible season 2 comes
Invincible,
out.
yeah.
Oh,
because
Invincible
I know they've been talking more and more.
Too.
And also, just as a side note, they've been talks about Invincible video game.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
What?
I didn't hear
No
that.
way.
Amazon, Prime Gaming.
Yeah.
And kind of in talks about it. So
I'd be down for that, like an open world system.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
that's
that'd be
what it's
awesome.
supposed to
Yeah.
be.
I guess for me, like my rating for Rings of Power, I'm gonna put it at a 9.2. Fellowship is my favorite, and it's up there. And I think this is. I want to put it 9.2. I wanted to put it more or less like a 9.4. But what happened is, since it's a season 1, I like to tilt the scales on what happens next and how they storytell next. So I'm gonna have to just leave it at 9.2. And if I want to go higher, I will. And if I want to go lower, I will. I just like to leave it there.
Oh shit! Thick Luigi.
Can we please post a picture of that? Like, can we?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
right.
Wadio.
He ain't naked.
He's afraid of
Yeah, he's got his trunks on.
thick.
He's got his trunks on.
Curves. He's got clothes on.
Yeah, body positivity. But no, I don't know why I made that sound, but I don't know, dude, because I don't want to like go off of the same notes, but it's like pretty similar for me though too, because I'm gonna go with a 9, flat 9, because like just because it's just so much quality that you're getting with this show, and like they took their time with it too, and it's like to like touch on the point of like, all right, like their season 2 is coming, but the point is when, and like would it be too long? I'm okay with it being too long, because it's like after watching a show like She-Hulk, to where it's like you can tell that they didn't take much time with it. I hate that show. They took their time with this one, and it's great, and I love it. So quality over like quickness, like to like get to the show or like get to the season for me for sure. But overall, man, unreal, and then like especially for like the casual kind of watcher, like for them to like carry you through the story like really seamlessly, and like explore characters that like you're kind of like familiar with.
They didn't dumb it down.
Yeah, they didn't dumb it down. They didn't like blatantly like show things either.
Yeah,
too.
and then I also like that they don't go into like really deep stuff to where it's like almost like an inside joke
that like
only
you're
true
like,
fans will
oh
know.
Yeah,
like, I should know this, but like I don't.
Yeah,
But that's why.
And like it doesn't,
I think it's a good thing
it
that
doesn't
they
make
laid it
the
out
casual watcher like feel left out.
Yeah.
And that's why like I think anybody could like start with this show like if they wanted to. And yeah, dude, just
Agreed.
really good season or like first season.
Yep. All right. So that's it for Rings of Power.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's it. What's next?
Hot garbage. Let's just do it quick. I honestly don't want to be on this
Yeah,
side.
we can. Let's do it real quick, and I forgot to write it up there. But
Yeah.
Okay.
She-Hulk finale. Everybody all together.
And a little bit of just like, well, we're gonna rate the season.
Oh, I'm gonna rate this season.
Yeah,
hard.
let's go. Let's give it all. So, I'll give a
Spoiler
quick
alert.
a spoiler alert. We're gonna dive straight in. It's the last episode, so no spoiler warnings, anything like that. I'm gonna give it a very quick synopsis because this episode was kind of that.
It was very quick.
There was
Yeah.
really,
There's literally a synopsis of.
It really didn't. So essentially,
you
She-Hulk
watch
got
it?
kicked out. You know, she was
Okay,
trying to,
that's fine.
she was trying to live off on her own. She goes to the retreat over at where Blonsky is.
Blonsky is.
Just so happens that at Blonsky's thing is the
Rally against
the rally
She-Hulk.
for the what are they called, the
I don't know.
intelligentsia.
Intelligentsia, yeah.
Which also there happened to be revealed a what's it called, continuity error as well.
Yeah, which
Involving
pissed
Jane
me off.
Foster.
Yeah.
They mentioned Jane Foster. Jane Foster shouldn't even be existed as Mighty Thor yet.
Yep.
And they mentioned Mighty Thor.
Oh,
They
they
mentioned Mighty
do,
Thor.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh
And
my
she
God.
doesn't exist yet. So that we
Yeah.
already have a continuity
Already
error
have a continuity error.
in that. And as we continue on, it turns into this thing where it's a mess. All of a sudden, somebody injects himself with her blood.
Yeah, it's
well,
one
which
of the
was-
guys
what's
she
his
went
name?
on
Yeah,
this
whatever.
date.
I
No,
forget
it
his
was the
name
guy
was.
that like started intelligence.
Yeah, the main
and shit
guy.
like that.
And she
Craig
also
or
went on a
something like
date
that.
with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Creepy, dude.
and then out of
Yeah.
nowhere, once he turns into Hulk, it all pauses. All of this gets now scrapped.
And then like Bruce Banner.
Bruce
Jumps from
Banner
the
also
ceiling.
came in,
Comes in,
yes,
yeah.
and he
From the
starts fighting
ceiling.
Blonsky.
From
I
the
forgot about
ceiling.
that.
From the sky.
And he starts fighting Blonsky.
Hey, don't mess with my cousin.
Exactly. And then everything pauses now at this point. And She-Hulk is like, all right, what the fuck's going on? We get the fourth wall break. We get the cool part was the Disney Plus thing, I think.
Nope, I
That
hated
was
it.
interesting.
I hated it.
That was a cool fourth wall thing.
I didn't like it.
I liked it
No,
because it
but-
was different. We've
no.
never gotten one from a streaming service. That's why.
That's
Yeah.
That was the only thing
Yeah.
like that I give it
Yeah.
credit for. We usually get the regular TV,
I
like,
thought it was
oh,
cool.
commercials.
Yeah.
What are you doing watching the commercials?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah.
Slide it back.
So we
Yeah.
got a slight
I
change
thought-
in that. Okay.
I thought that was cool, but that's where it should have ended. Like that, like whole thing.
Yeah, it could have been
keeps
like, okay, you know,
going.
we'll keep, you
Yeah.
know. Or like it could have been like, oh, you know what, like it she went into the Marvel Assembled, and that's where she went into the behind the scenes of Marvel, literally into MCU headquarters. We see the person who lets people in, and then she meets the big one, which everybody's been talking about. Yeah, what's his
So
name?
meta.
What's his name?
Kevin.
Kevin.
So-
Acronym Kevin.
And I guess like so.
The big joke is, of course,
Kevin
is the
Feige.
all-knowing robot. Kevin
Yeah,
Feige.
like y'all knowing robot, and
Plot
she just
points
goes on
and
to just
everything.
say, no, this is a bad ending. This isn't cool. Blah blah. This and that.
Mhm.
Which she's right. Yeah, it's stupid. That doesn't make sense. So she
Mhm.
quote unquote makes it make sense.
So no more Hulkwood, no
And
more
then
that.
Kind of agreed to an extent. It would have been a bad ending,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
but
So,
the
like,
ending they gave us was just as bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that ending was bad too. But
And then we wiped all that clean. And
Oh, then they dropped an X-Men fucking reference
yes,
for
and
no
she gives
reason.
The wink and
Yeah.
the thumbs up.
Yeah.
yeah, like when are we gonna get the X-Men? And then
Yeah.
she looks at us and then.
Yeah. It's like, don't worry, I'm like doing you guys a justice right now.
I want you guys.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking.
I'm
to
with
Kevin,
you guys. Yeah.
the
I'm
robot.
talking to the real life.
Why didn't they just put Kevin Feige in there?
Honestly, that would have been kind of
That would have been way better.
Yeah, that would have been way
Like,
better.
it was-
Like, why was it a robot? So it's
Cutesy
still
and
not the
cheesy,
fourth wall.
but-
Like,
yeah.
there's another wall she has to break.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's like the. It's like 16 walls.
That was like.
That was the fourth wall, right?
But yeah, essentially that happens. It gets cleaned up, right? Anything else with the Kevin interaction in particular?
Not really. She actually did say a funny joke.
She did. I actually liked it.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
good
Was
line.
that-
She's like, sometimes I take down villains, and sometimes Matt Murdock. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
yeah.
Okay.
No,
That was actually not bad.
no, she said something like, oh, like Bruce, like, smashes, and then, like, I smash bad endings, and sometimes
Fourth
Matt.
walls.
oh yeah,
Oh, no,
and,
no,
and
and-
fourth wall.
Yeah, no, and fourth walls, and sometimes
Matt Murdock, which I was like, kind of like that.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, that was good.
Hey, congrats on the sex.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true. But other than that, we finish up with that. We get a redo. He landed back into the real world.
Underwhelming redo.
And which everybody's apparently arrested and already kind of.
Yeah, just totally
already
skip
like,
it, yeah.
hey, well, I'm only gonna do 2 more years or whatever, and like, I'll be back, I guess.
He's like,
And
I'm
then-
sorry.
Yeah, he's like, my bad.
Yeah.
Okay, bye. Yeah, like literally.
Yeah.
Literally just like that.
And then it goes into a
And-
Fast and Furious ending.
Yeah.
Oh
Go
yeah,
on,
it does.
go
Yeah.
on.
And then we get like Matt Murdock is there because like she was like requesting all the things that she wants.
As Daredevil, just kind of chilling out.
No,
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 but-
no,
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 but-
Matt,
right,
no,
that's
Charlie.
Right,
Yeah, he was.
But at first, like dropped from the sky
Yeah.
as Daredevil.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I guess the people that
I
love
get
the
that's
show,
like the
probably
joke of,
ha,
like,
ha, ha, ha,
oh,
look
like
at him,
the-
he's there now.
Yeah.
Because he said so.
Of like fourth wall break, and it's like she wanted him there, so he just kind of popped up.
And then
So then Scar.
that's what I was gonna about to say. The last
Because Hulk
biggest
comes
release,
in with a
Hulk
beach.
returns
In a
yeah.
beach shirt,
In a
Hawaiian,
Hawaiian
shirt.
shirt. Yeah, and introduces the world to his son.
That just pops up from right behind him. Like, so it's just like he walks in and his son is just walking behind him, and then he introduces him.
I guess.
Like
What
I just
the
thought it was weird like that
This
they
is my
did it
son. He looks
that.
like he's 30.
Yeah.
And
His fucking hairline's
no.
receding like.
Yeah, he's got
dude,
LeBron
what the
James hairline.
that
boy.
barber massacred. my
Yeah,
boy.
he was just like, yo,
Massacre
fuck up
him.
my life, and then
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
like, I got you, fam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say less.
Yeah,
No,
say
no.
less.
No.
But that's
But he
it.
looks like a handsome Shrek.
Yeah,
But-
And then it's crazy though, because he's got the shape up still, but it's shaved
until
up, like back
yeah.
here,
That's
Yeah.
why.
and then that's when it starts.
Oh,
Yeah.
But it's like he's still got like the
Shape
like
up,
the
yeah, the
corners.
lines, yeah.
Corners are nice, but it's like it's way back here though. And
It was just, it was cheap.
Not
And I'm
good,
gonna
dude.
tell you this, it was cheap. It was a cheap ending. I know it's supposed to be meta and the haters, blah, blah, blah. Fuck you. This would have been a way better ending. They find out about the whole thing. Okay? Jen very minimally takes down Blonsky. Very minimally
of course.
takes down Blonsky, and then whatever police department, whatever, they arrest them, and then the ending is a courtroom scene. Give us
As
a
a
real
lawyer.
courtroom scene.
Because
Yeah.
she, like, I hate to say it, bitched and moaned the whole show about it being a fucking lawyer show.
And we got maybe 1 or 2 half-ass ones, and in one of them she gets bodied
Yeah.
by Daredevil. Like,
Yeah.
so let's not oversee that. Like, in one of the best courtroom scenes, she gets bodied, and the other best courtroom scene is when she gets Blonsky out. But yeah, it would have been great. But no, they wanted to do this thing where they thought they were cool, they thought they were quirky, they thought they were giving all the misogynistic haters the bird, when in reality you just put out a really poorly written, poorly done, no continuity to it,
to troll.
to troll.
And it's like, but it's like, when is trolling a good thing? It's
When is
it's
trolling
not
enough?
a good
Or
thing.
when is it too much, almost?
But
Exactly,
also,
but it's like, why is
I would-
a giant like show that's a part of something bigger, like just like it's going out just to troll? That's it.
So, but to clarify on the troll job, so, the intelligentsia group is really just like, She-Hulk haters, right? Saying,
Entirely, yeah.
but these are all like misogynistic, bad, hateful people
Yeah.
that are like hating the actual She-Hulk, saying, oh, she's a woman, she doesn't deserve these powers, blah blah, this and that. She's this, she's that. So they're all hating her for the wrong reasons. But with the fandom, doing something like that is trying to split them up, saying it's like, oh, hey, the actual haters of this show is funny.
That's you guys. That's you guys.
That's you guys.
Look,
That's
it's
right.
you right there.
That's
See,
That's
all
how
you
you guys
look,
sound.
they got you.
Yeah, like, that's how you guys
Yeah.
sound,
Freaking woman
right?
hater.
Yeah, it's like, no, alright, so if you hate She-Hulk because of that reason, you are a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You are a villain. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the people that had gripes with this show was storytelling, writing, dialogue,
Length.
CGI, length of episodes.
Mhm.
Like,
My problem has absolutely nothing to do with sex or anything to do
Yeah.
with that. It's completely
Or not even
and-
sex.
Exactly.
Not
It's-
even
yeah.
like
like
Never mind.
PG-13, yeah, R-rated shit. You know,
not even
yeah,
R-rated things.
Mhm.
Because hey, you know what, dude? I don't have a problem with it. Like, good for her. She gets hers.
We
Because
got
some
it
of
in
my
Eternals
favorite
as well.
characters, get it.
yeah.
Mhm.
Daredevil is a
Yep.
slut.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He is a Tony Stark slut.
Super
Batman?
horny.
Come on, I fucking
horny.
take my cock.
Horny.
So it's like the whole sex positive thing. Yeah, all right, fine. Like I don't have a problem with that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was the the things I said, the storytelling, the episodes literally being interchangeable.
Yeah.
Like
and it's weird because even She-Hulk herself, like what was her name, the actress?
I don't know.
No, no.
The main actor.
Tatiana.
Yeah,
Tatiana's.
Maslany, I think.
Yeah,
I only
she
know-
honestly, as an actress, she still did good. You know what I mean? For what she had. Written wise, her parts weren't written well. But
That's
as an
true.
actress and her reactions and like to things and stuff like that, and even like with Daredevil and things like that, she did a pretty good job as in the
plus
role.
I also would have wanted to see her as She-Hulk do more action stuff.
Yeah,
And a
and
little
also
less-
fight Abomination.
Yeah.
And then like possibly
as herself, as
Yeah.
She-Hulk, not fucking like breaking the world to do so, but like embracing herself, which was the whole fucking point
Part
of
of
this
it,
series. Embracing yourself.
Because
for
like,
your
which
differences
in
and
like,
episode-
the
think
shit.
about the end of that episode. If she goes in there, gets pissed at Blonsky, and then fights Abomination in front of all these haters, beats Blonsky, proves the haters wrong.
Right.
Like that's like a barrier that like she's breaking and then like getting over and like kind of like a fuck you to those haters, right?
Yes.
Like that sounds way better to me. And then plus we get a badass fight.
Yeah.
Or
And
or
plus
like
I
I would think a badass fight, but it's like I don't know what the their CGI companies anymore because like everything they gave us to that was dog shit.
I just felt like it slapped this character in the face. Like this
It
character
did.
deserves so much more, and
Yes.
like she would have felt, or to me anyways, more validated having again that last battle been herself, or even fucking She-Hulk,
on her
whatever.
own, yeah.
That was the point of this
Win
series.
battles.
The whole
Without
the whole
cameos,
point of
too.
the whole point of this series was embracing yourself while fighting the adversities of the world. Case in
It
point,
was-
men, haters, whatever, the
Yeah.
world,
Yeah.
law shit, yes.
Yeah,
All of
yeah,
that.
do
But
that. That's-
she fucking ran through all of that, and it was a fourth wall break, tied through a bow, cleaned up, and the character was
and then,
left
like,
out.
not
The
developed.
character
So it
wasn't
could have been-
not
it could
developed.
have been
that was
developed.
the point. The character
It could have been
yes, could have
hugely
built-
developed.
So in
Yeah.
episode 8, like there's a glimpse of like, wow, like I like this character. I like how Jan Walters sees She-Hulk. This is how she really feels.
Mm-hmm.
Like it should have been more so of like it's okay to be different.
Mhm.
Kind of. No, it's okay to be comfortable with your own differences.
Yeah.
And to like just kind of
And
grow
then-
with those
And
things.
then like even though that like there's all these haters out there,
yeah.
you don't care what they think.
Yeah,
Like
like
they really
you're-
could have gone that route.
You're like
Yeah.
like go a whole moral route of like my like differences are like who I am, blah
Mhm.
blah, build
Yeah.
off of that.
and
and
then
I-
she
I don't know.
slowly like accepts those differences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's what truly makes her great.
And but it's like doing something like that also makes her or like gives a fan something to like connect to.
Yes.
Oh, it's like, oh, okay, hey,
It's-
like,
Yeah.
How the fuck am I going to
Every-
connect to this
all of
fourth
us-
breaking, fourth wall
I
breaking?
don't. No one does.
person?
Yeah,
Like,
that was-
all of us,
like,
all of us like feel
do
feel different compared to everyone else. Like that's
Yes.
that's a common thing everyone has, right?
Mhm.
But the way they just went about this with the villain group and
Mhm.
like I just think that was a very weird divisive thing. Well, like I'm not gonna say divisive because like those guys are all piece of shits.
Yeah.
that were saying those
absolutely.
things, right? Like,
But it's like false depiction of like a lot
yeah,
of
no,
what
no,
fans
which
don't
like
about the
that's
show.
not on the show, but
Yeah.
like there's a part of the fandom that does say that like the haters of this show, you are in intelligentsia, which is
Yeah.
bullshit. Like fans shouldn't be saying that about other fans when they have critiques about the show.
Mhm.
Yes.
Because
About
truth-
actual things like writing, dialogue, storytelling, CGI.
Mhm.
Those are legitimate gripes. And like I said before, I will constantly say this, that if you hate that show for the wrong reasons of her being a woman or a woman lead and this and that, you are a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So
I want to put
I don't know.
out something very, I don't know, we haven't really said this out forward, but very much in the show, we don't hate. we're not haters of this. You know, like in general,
Except
we
Zack
want
Snyder.
things to do well.
Yeah.
You know, we want projects to do very well. And
Ezra
I
Miller.
wanted She-Hulk to be fucking good as fuck, dude. This was a character that I've never really delved into the comics, and I was really hoping to like really get into after this show. But this show honestly kind of deterred me from that.
Doesn't do that.
Not out of the fucking haters or out of nothing to do with fucking sex.
Yeah.
This is purely based on the fucking writing, dude, and it just felt like kind of a mess of a show.
Yeah.
Like it was
It did.
everywhere, it was left and right, and there was continuity errors, and it was just absolutely, I don't know, like this character I wanted to be validated and justified at the end, and it felt like it was a cheap cop out, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. You know, that was the one thing I was hoping for at the end of the show, was for her to be validated, because this entire show has been like a struggle for her to like truly be herself, you know, like truly like
Be
find
yourself as a lawyer,
be yourself as
She-Hulk,
As
Yeah.
a woman, which
As a
she was
woman.
struggling with.
Yeah.
as a woman, yeah. But
And-
it's just
But it's like, and it's like they were like being like
As a person.
sex positive
As a person.
for sure. But it was like she was like going on like these like Tinder dates.
Oh,
and,
this
like,
is a good
and,
point.
Like,
I like
like
that you
picking up
talked about
dudes
this.
and stuff. And it's
Ain't
like
bad.
that's good that you brought it up.
Yeah.
But it was like she was looking through like for validation through that as well. And then she was still like empty
Yeah.
at the end of it. And it's like, all right, so it's like that's not really like sex positive, I guess, but it's
It's not even positive for the character.
because that's not
Yeah.
positive, because it's like
It's
it's
not
not good
mental
for the
health
character,
positive.
and it's not
Yes,
mental
for the
health
character,
positive
her.
because she's still going through all this stuff, and it's like she can't find validation, like even in that.
Yeah.
And
it was
even
like-
in case in point, she still ran away from her parents.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
didn't stay with her parents. She ran and left to the retreat.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So like even that, she wasn't even comfortable at home. We didn't fucking
Yeah.
see the comfort at the end either.
Exactly.
So like there's so many fucking gripes like that, dude. That's
Yeah.
it's just people that say it's a good show. It's like okay, like
It's not.
It's
It's not.
It's just not though.
It could have
as,
been.
as a character for a specific character show. It's not.
Mhm.
It's
I
not.
think
it's
if-
not a sitcom. It's not a lawyer,
lawyer show? It's not a
It's not a
superhero
drama,
show?
or it's not a superhero
And it's not
show.
child friendly.
It tried to be
No.
so many different fucking things while trashing on fans that were gonna hate on this, while trying to promote, you know, possibly, I'm saying possibly because I don't know, I'm not a producer, possibly women and or other new fans that were gonna be into this show. But regardless of the fact, why the fuck do they have to trash on everybody else to do so?
Yeah.
I actually
You see one of my
do-
point? You
No,
see
that's
like,
huge.
I would
that's huge.
love to see the numbers though.
I would
I'm very
too.
curious, and I think they're probably gonna
Because-
come out in a few, you know, like
Yeah.
a few months or so.
Mhm.
but-
Yeah, but usually those numbers come out like
Pretty
after
soon
the
after.
finale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Or,
know.
like week to week almost. At least
My-
I don't know. We'll
It
see.
sucks, and it's
But,
just more than
hey,
anything. It's
we
upsetting because
should-
I wanted to like it. We all wanted to like
Yeah.
this.
I want,
We
dude,
really
and my
wanted to
biggest
fucking
thing
like
is
this.
Marvel. Prove me fucking wrong.
But like,
and I'll tell you this.
She-Hulk is not the exception. Like Thor was shit too.
Thor was
Phase
shit.
4 has obviously
Hawkeye,
been
yeah.
a testing.
Hawkeye
Hawkeye.
was fucking terrible. Honestly, arguably, Hawkeye was almost just as fucking bad as this show.
Yeah.
When you,
Yeah.
like,
Almost just as bad.
sit
I
down
think there
and
was
think
one
about
or
it.
two
Uh-huh.
redeeming
Like-
factors in Hawkeye, and that's that they actually had direction.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
show didn't have
Yeah.
a ton of direction,
Yeah.
No.
which I didn't like. But I'm going to go into two parts. One is a question that Drew asked, and I want to touch on it. But the other one is I would have loved for, like I said, if like what you guys said, a combination, tag it on both sides. Have her beat Blonsky like that in a physical battle. Quick scene to where it's not too CGI'd and it's not too drawn out. And then have her beat him or his lawyers or whoever
Like,
again
in
in
the
the
courtroom.
courtroom.
Yes.
Because one of my
Because
favorite
it justifies
scenes...
both characters,
Characters.
herself and the
And
superhero.
Jen.
Yeah.
And the second thing is, it is one of my favorite scenes of all time in Phase 4 was not it was a fight scene. It was not a physical fight scene. It was the fucking ship of Theseus.
Yes, dude.
One of my favorite
Unreal.
scenes, dude.
Yeah.
And you
Honestly, in all of
fucked
Marvel
up
now.
in all of Marvel, yeah. And you could have had that in a courtroom, and you didn't.
Yeah.
And you didn't. And I would have loved to see her kill it in the courtroom, and for Matt Murdock to just be like, "That was unbelievable."
Yeah.
Dude, unfucking real. And then you fucked it up. And then you asked something earlier
It'd be
about...
cool. Imagine if she fucking kicked Matt's ass at the end, like in a courtroom. Perhaps it was a secondary case.
Yeah.
She got her like returning,
Or
and she beat him on
Blonsky
top.
asked to have Matt defend,
dude,
and
oh
she
my
wins.
God.
And then
How
like
unreal
she
would
beats
that
him. That would be
been?
sick, dude. That's
Like,
great.
I would have loved to see her
Like
win
that's
as a
getting me
fucking
pumped.
leader.
Yeah.
Like just thinking about like that could have been a possibility, but it wasn't.
The fourth wall break was a cheap cop out, and
It
it was
was.
easy. It was easy and like badly written. Like,
Alright, here,
but,
rates.
yeah,
rates.
let's
God
go with the
damn,
rates and let's
dude.
close it off.
My highest rated episode was actually an 8.2, and that's when she went to the retreat center. Everything else was a 5 or below. this season.
Even Daredevil.
Oh no, that one was like a 7.4.
Okay.
That was an 8 for me too.
Yeah.
I had like 2 of the episodes in 8.
Yeah.
As a total for me, this show is a 5.1, and that's my lowest rated show so far. That's lower than Miss Marvel. That's low. That's where you asked. Your question was, when is a troll job enough? For me, it was that.
Yeah.
For me, it was
they already
us
got
not
us.
getting a full credits, an actual end credit scene at the end of Hawkeye. That's when I was like, I'm upset with Kevin Feige. That was enough. And then you did it to a show, and now I'm really pissed.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
they made a whole show.
Dude, think about it.
Like it's
Literally
right, alright,
since
dude, like you got us with the play. Like you gave us the entire fucking play. It was like 10 minutes long.
Oh,
And
dude.
and I
it's
watched
like
the whole thing.
and it's like you're waiting, dude. You're waiting to see something and nothing comes out.
Maybe
So it's like,
Spider-Man.
alright,
I
you got
think
us,
I
Kevin
gave-
Feige, you did it. But then he turned it like that troll job into a whole show. I don't know, dude.
I think I gave Hawkeye like a 5.9 or like a 6.0 or something like
Dude.
that. But this is lower than Hawkeye.
Yeah,
So I
way
think Hawkeye
lower
is
than
like the
Hawkeye.
second worst.
This is my
I'll,
least favorite show.
I'll kick it off of you. Like, ever since Endgame, the end credit scenes are a fucking joke.
Yep.
Let's be fucking real. Ever since Endgame, the majority of end
Yep.
credit scenes are a
Mhm.
fucking joke.
Absolutely.
And I have a weird feeling like Feige was probably like, I'm done after Endgame, you know? I really didn't,
he
expect
had his
more.
masterpiece.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was over. But now he's got to do more. And now he doesn't give a fuck about
Mhm.
these end credit scenes. And so now they're pretty much going to be
Dude, yeah,
trash,
dude,
which is
yeah.
upsetting.
Mhm.
Exactly. But all right, sorry. That was just a side point. I just wanted to bring that because of the whole when it's trolling enough, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because it's getting old.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
I'm done. I'm done.
It's getting
I'm done
fucking
with it. Marvel no longer has my good graces.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
you have to prove it to
Like
me.
I said,
Yeah.
we are now in the Silver Age.
Yeah, now you have to
And
prove
it's
it
also
to me.
like
Yeah.
like I don't know if I'm gonna watch every show now.
Yeah, very, very
I
much
already
so.
have it.
I'm
Yeah.
getting to that point.
Yeah, no.
I'm getting to that point.
Yeah.
But anyway, so again, the show is rough, man. And again, just like Hawkeye was fucking rough. These shows, I don't know what the fuck is happening to them, but they're the past few have not been succeeding anyways.
Mhm.
And again, it's not just the shows. Like Nick was saying, fucking Thor:
movies.
Love and Thunder was just all over the place, dude.
And I would like even say that they kind of dropped the ball with Doctor Strange.
I just
Like,
needed
to manage
more.
into the
Yeah.
like
I-
manage into the
and it could have been done
I
different ways
stand by
too.
that.
Like,
It
I
could
just
have been
needed
different
more.
ways.
Yeah.
But
just needed more.
that being said, dude, I gotta give this one a 5.6. This one's just like I wanted to like it. That's the bottom line, and I think that's why I'm also so low on it. Is because like I really wanted to like it. I wanted to like this character. I wanted to learn.
Yeah.
And especially now that we're in the multiverse, and now that Deadpool is coming more so around, more fourth wall breakers are gonna make things a little bit more crazy and interesting. You know, like for I would hope the better.
Yeah.
But this came around and this showed me that it was just I don't know, like fourth wall breaks we have to be careful with. We have to like this was not a good fourth wall break. It completely trashed her as a character. Like I have to say that outright. She could have been justified as a fucking character and it wasn't because of the fourth wall break.
Yeah.
And so that being said, 5.6.
Yep.
That's it. That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna go 5.9. Because I did like Daredevil in this, and then there were glimpses of She-Hulk that I liked, and I wish
Yeah,
that they
there
just
was.
expanded on it.
There was plenty.
And
Same.
then yeah, like I already said the gripes. Like we've all gone on about the gripes. And then what else? Yeah, and then God, I wish they would really care about the ending credit stuff more.
Yeah.
And if you do want to see a good end credit scene, Black Adam,
Shameless plug.
Ooh.
shameless plug.
No free ads.
Yeah. I know. But
I love
Throw a
it.
little something our way.
5.9. Go
wait.
ahead. You too.
Dom.
Dom.
Dom didn't finish it. Good. Dom. Good
Alright.
for you, dude.
Yeah,
That's-
good for you
that's
not
awesome.
doing that to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
I stopped at like episode 4 or 5.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think we all should have, but we didn't.
We needed to.
I pulled a Halo.
We chose pain.
Halo was bad.
Just a little
Ray or Rate.
Halo's worse.
Rate.
Wait, which was
I don't know.
Halo or this?
I don't know if- I would have to go finish it.
No,
I
I think
feel
Halo's way
Halo's
worse.
so
Halo's
worse.
gotta be way worse than this,
Halo's
dude. We
way
stopped halfway.
worse.
At least we finished.
No,
like
I-
this.
I-
She-Hulk,
Oh,
you know what I'm
I
yeah,
saying?
stopped
I
after
didn't say I
fucking
didn't.
finish Halo.
Three
I didn't finish
episodes.
Halo.
But I think Halo is longer. Though.
I
These are only like 20, 30 minute.
Yeah.
episodes, 30
Yeah.
minutes.
I
I
stopped
think Halo's
after
like an hour.
three.
Halo was
episodes.
way worse.
I stopped after that.
Even the
fight scene.
quality though felt like
Cheap, like
very
network TV.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it felt like very network
Especially when
TV.
he's walking around without his helmet all the time.
Yeah.
I was like, why?
No, and he's always looking at everything, and it because like they like gave him like
Ooh,
up like emotion, and he goes, ooh,
Yeah. I can feel.
He's walking around with a boner.
Doggy?
No, all right.
Pet that dog.
that was that was something that
that
actually
was something that happened.
in the show.
He's like, ooh, I know.
Come on, dude.
Go on.
Rate.
Yeah, Halo's
I hated this show, but it's like I didn't want to hate it. That's why it grinds my gears even more. That it's like it had so much potential to be a great show, and like prior to this show coming out, like they were talking about the art, like they're gonna do fourth like kind of wall breaks, and it's gonna be like this like cool kind of lawyer show. We're gonna get a cameo from Daredevil. They're both lawyers, and like going into the show, I was excited for it. And even the teasers and the trailers they put out for the show, they were actually good. Like if you think back to them, they were actually good. But the actual show itself was carried by 1.5 episodos.
Yeah.
And
cameos.
out of 8 or 9.
And I didn't want cameos.
And then cameos. But it's like I don't even think it was carried by cameos because a lot of the cameos weren't that great.
That's what I also kind of gripe is that there's always a joke of hey, well, we can have a cameo in every episode. None of us asked for cameos.
None of us did.
I didn't want I wanted She-Hulk in this, man.
The only cameo I really wanted was Hulk.
Hulk. It makes sense. That made sense.
Yeah.
Right, of course.
Yeah, just the ones that actually made sense.
Yeah.
And it's because really Daredevil didn't make sense. But it was cool that we got him though. I'm gonna go 4 or 5. I'll never watch this again.
Wow. Never ever, never.
Did you watch it with Heather by chance?
Huh?
4 or 5.
Probably,
Or by yourself? Did you watch it with Heather or by yourself?
We both watched it, and
What
she hated it too. She hated it too, and a lot of the stuff to where they were kind of like depicting these people that were dogging on her because she was a woman and stuff. She was really confused by it, and it didn't make a lot of sense to her. I was like, no, but it's like that's not my problem with the show. I don't think that it's she should be a man. Cause there's already one of those, but it's it's just I don't know too much about the kind of Marvel shows and everything, but it's I can just tell this is not a good story, and I don't know anything about. And then she was telling me it's I don't know anything about this character.
Yeah.
She's
I don't know anything about this character, and then after finishing the show, I still don't know anything about the character.
Wow.
That's what, and I was saying from a casual fan, that's huge.
That's important.
I might stir up some drama on fucking Instagram.
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge.
I'm gonna put up
because she was casual fan, doesn't follow this stuff too much, but it's she does.
She's into it. She still likes it. She's still tries to keep up.
And but that's a crucial comment though, because it's they can't capture the casual fan.
I'd love to see
freaking terrible. Yeah.
But all right. Other than that, I think that's it for
She-Hulk.
That's it. Right?
Next week, Andor.
Yes, next week is going to be Andor. We're gonna,
which will be the halfway point, anyways.
I think.
Very nice. And God, is that show good?
I like it, dude.
That show's so fun.
I really like it.
The last or the 6th episode was.
You don't like it?
No,
yeah. Oh, you like it? Oh, okay. I really like it.
But visually though, the 6th episode was unreal, dude.
Yes.
Yes.
I can't wait to talk about that.
No, don't touch my mouth. No.
But all right, so that's pretty much it for She-Hulk. We all give our ratings. Well, besides now,
sorry if you love that show, but
if you love that show, then
if you do love that show, please come talk to us.
Yeah,
I would love to find.
Let us know why.
And it sucks because we're not trying to be haters again. We fucking wanted to like this thing.
We were some of the biggest MCU stans, and we talked. If you go back. Probably about 15 to 20 episodes. We predicted some of this stuff, dude. And the sloppiness. You predicted the sloppiness hard, Drew.
The Silver Age, dude.
Yeah.
The Silver Age, my guys. That's it. I hate to say it.
Let's get in your homies.
But let's dive into this so we can close it off for our next Halloween homework. Ooh, boy. But...
Getting your homies.
But all right, so we're gonna go down the list because I had a list of Halloween cartoons for all of you guys to watch.
Yes,
bunch of classics. I would say
tons
a lot
of classics.
Ones that many people I would say remember and or think of when they think of Halloween specials.
Yes,
or stuff like that. And so one of the first ones I put on, or the first two I should say, were both SpongeBob SquarePants episodes. Yeah. The first one being Scary Pants. You guys all know this one.
I forgot it.
Really?
I actually totally forgot about it.
Damn, how'd you feel about it? Rewatching it, what'd you guys think?
SpongeBob was never my jam. I was a much bigger fan of the second one. The hashing slasher is in my opinion is a classic cartoon episode, of all time.
Yeah, that's fair.
Of all time. So, but yeah, it was a good episode still. Liked it. I liked when he gave SpongeBob a haircut.
He uses his fucking head as a,
Yeah, no.
to dry himself off.
His fucking brain.
But then there was that one, as well as, once again, yeah, I also added Graveyard Shift, which is the episode very well known for.
I love that one. I love that one.
Hash, Sling Slash,
Uh,
featuring Nosferatu as well, flickering on the fucking lights.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What's
Yeah.
that? What did they say? Nosferatu? Was it?
Yeah,
What's his
Nosferatu.
name?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu.
But
That always
yeah,
confused me when I was a kid, dude.
Yeah, me too. I felt like I was
And I was
wasn't in
kind
on
of
the joke.
scared of that like
Yeah.
visual too. Like as a kid, I was like, "Yo, that guy's not a cartoon."
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was like,
Yeah, and it looks scary.
That guy's not a secret.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
kind of go down and list them all, and then we'll just go through and like hit kind of
Yeah,
points
yeah,
that
yeah.
like kind of hit us all, anyways, or stood out to
Yeah.
us.
Mhm.
The other one I had you guys watch was the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Love this
special,
episode.
specifically Jacked Up Halloween. We'll get
Yeah.
into that one in just a
Oh,
little bit.
yeah, that's a great.
That's a great one.
Fairly, there was a Fairly Odd
That's
Parents
probably my
as
favorite.
well. The episode 13,
Yeah.
Scary Godparents, very interesting episode.
Good episode.
The Kids Next Door,
Love
Bless
this
you,
episode.
episode
Bless you.
13,
was a good
Operation
one too, yeah.
Tricky. That's a
Mhm.
fucking sick title. For it,
Yeah.
too. And last but not least, I put on there, Hey Arnold, Arnold's Halloween. An older,
Yeah.
I would say, one.
Love
90s
this one.
Halloween.
Absolutely
Yeah.
love
Yeah,
this
it's a
one.
very interesting one. So, we all kind of know the SpongeBob one. We already went over that one. The other very well known one, once again, Grim Adventures of Billy Mandy. The story goes, Jack O-Lantern, I guess.
Yeah.
What was his name? I forget
Yeah.
what his real name is.
It was Jack. Jack off now.
Yeah, you got
I forgot his name,
Well,
but I thought it
Jack's,
started with an H or something.
Head sure came off. Let me
Yeah.
tell you something.
Yeah.
Because the whole point was Grim took his head off, and he basically went on to rule the city of Townsville.
Mhm.
Or
Yeah.
Ensville, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what do you guys think of that one in particular? Since it's been a while. Since
Yeah.
I'm sure you
I kind of forgot a little bit about it too, and I really
Dude,
liked watching it again.
freaking
I actually
Billy-
saw it a couple
Billy
weeks ago.
Dude,
Yeah.
Billy's
Yeah,
like one of the
okay.
funniest cartoon characters.
Yeah,
Dude,
Dude,
the
he's gotta
fucking,
be one
and
of
also
the
that,
funniest
that
cartoons.
that little
So
kid,
funny,
what's his name? The nerd kid.
Oh,
the-
and he
Oh,
keeps saying
Eugene?
his,
Is it Eugene?
No, it's something else. I don't think it's Eugene. But that he dressed up like as the turtle.
Yeah.
The turtle,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
that.
And he's like, what's scarier than this?
Yeah. But yeah, what do you guys think about that one?
Like Billy talks, bro. Oh my
No,
god.
no, but like
So-
that kid in the turtle costume, cause he goes up to Manny and he's like, oh hey, like I'm in Alaskan, like or like girl turtle or something.
yeah, yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, do you want to see
Snapping
my eggs?
Oh yeah.
He's like your turtle, and he's like,
Yeah.
not
Wanna see my
just any
tail?
turtle. He's like an Indonesian
Oh, yeah.
red tail
Indian
turtle.
tail, yeah.
He's in my egg.
Yeah. These are my eggs. What are you gonna say? What else are you gonna say?
I was gonna say, I think that episode was great. Billy Mandy always gave me like creepy vibes.
Yeah,
Um,
slightly.
Mhm.
It was
And,
all yeah.
I love that how they go into it where they're like, "Where did this guy come from?" And he's like, "Well,
Yeah.
basically, like he took my scythe and I gave him
He took my scythe.
eternal life." Oh my God.
You did that so well.
And he gives Jack eternal life, but in that process, he cuts off his head. And I think Jack's biggest grime about it was he's like, I can't go to the pudding store for 364 days. And I'm like, dude, that's why. Because on Halloween you can go. Because
Yeah.
But then that episode is just really cool because he like brings everything back to life. Because fucking stupid fucking Billy has Grim's side.
Yeah, he gives it to him.
him.
Fucking asshole.
But
Because he's
that-
just using him because he dressed up as a Grim
He
Reaper.
dressed up
Yeah.
as a
Yeah.
Grim Reaper,
Really
yeah.
fucking funny. But that's go on.
I was just gonna say, I love how in all of the episodes of Billy and Mandy, Grim, like his past self is a fucking badass,
Yeah.
and then like now
Oh,
he's just
yeah.
like an old wash like death.
Yeah.
But all right, next, the Fairly Odd Parents. We all know this one. Basically, the whole premise of the episode: Timmy makes a wish, and that wish is every day and every Halloween is real.
Is
and
real,
scary.
yeah, and scary.
Yeah, exactly. What do you guys think of that one in particular?
I
Interesting concept, I think.
I think this is
Yeah,
my
yeah.
least favorite.
Really.
I don't know why, dude, but like going back to all these, it was like cool and fun. I was like, all right, yeah. But I think maybe I just wasn't that big of a Fairly Odd Parents kid back then that it didn't really like hit
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
nostalgia factor for me.
Yeah.
Same.
I wanted
like,
those
bro.
costumes though.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're pretty sick.
Like and all these shows, I used to watch them as a kid, but yeah, like this one, I was like,
I
Yeah.
love the
Yeah, I know.
I love the aliens
Yeah.
that are
That one
like
didn't-
Vicky, my love.
The other one that was pretty good was Tricky. Of course, the Kids Next Door.
Dude,
one.
I love
I love
Candy.
number 4 is
Tricky,
one of my
yeah.
favorite cartoon characters of all time. I just
Yeah.
always like
Oh.
number 4.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I love number 4, and like the fact that this episode is based around him.
Yeah, he was a main character, just getting candy. That was the whole point of the episode.
The whole episode was him just getting candy.
But the last game switcher, which was something that Nick was telling me that actually hit him a little bit harder, was the last one, the Hey Arnold one. That was actually a real like story.
Did it make me cry?
Yeah, it was. It's older. I never liked Hey Arnold growing up. I just thought he looked like a football, and I didn't like
That's
it.
literally what they call
Yeah,
it.
it's true football.
And that's why I didn't like it. And so I was like, okay. And I just couldn't get into it. It was kind of like one of those, like, I didn't like Hey Arnold. That's number 4.
Yeah.
I didn't like Hey Arnold. I didn't like, kind of like Arthur, too. There's just something about their shows that I just
The
didn't
art
get into.
style.
Yeah. Oh, I hated Doug.
I hated it.
Doug, I hated Doug.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, I like this episode.
But this one was
I like
essentially about the Headless
reasoning.
Horseman. Yeah.
Wait.
No.
Oh,
No, yeah, that's the other. But go on.
Which one are we talking about?
No, go on.
Hey Arnold?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the reason why I like Hey Arnold is the whole, like, history factor
That's
behind
right.
it.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite things.
So go, yeah.
It's like kind of meta in a sense, but like obviously with the synopsis, like Helga, which is such a fucking and I love that her dad doesn't know her own name. He's like Olga.
Fucking asshole.
Yeah,
no,
he's
give a
like,
shit
Olga.
about her.
But they dress up as aliens and they do this like, and then Arnold and them play a prank on his grandfather and all their friends, and they do this super huge broadcast about how like aliens actually came like to life, and this actually happened in like the 1930s. They did.
What?
Yeah.
There was a radio show, and they put out like a public emergency.
Yeah, it freaked out
yeah.
It freaked out everyone.
And
Like
it's
cities
someone
were
telling the
burning.
story
Like
of,
Because what it was
aliens
it was the story of War of the Worlds, saying that aliens
was
came
that,
in. But what
actually,
happens that when people tuned in late, they didn't hear the beginning of
that it was,
people saying that
But
it was just
fiction.
a story.
Yeah.
So they're hearing
Yeah.
these like public emergencies about War of the Worlds, and they're like, "Holy shit!" Like the aliens have like invaded, and
They're
even
coming.
it went as far as even like Hitler heard about
Hitler
it.
heard about it,
Wow.
and Hitler was like, "What the fuck is
is
going on
happening?"
over
Yeah.
there?" He's like that cat in overalls.
Someone
He's like, "What the fuck is
someone
going
thought
on
like
over
that
there?"
was a great idea. It's like, yo, this is gonna be freaking sick and fun.
I think it
Yeah.
was honestly. I think it's a great idea in general because I mean like
The episode in general though was fucking cool.
It was
man.
cool. It
like,
was cool.
good,
What's
like, water
tower
what's his
and all.
friend? Stinky. I love that. That's his friend's name is Stinky.
Stinky.
But yeah, it was good, dude. Helga, like the aliens look cool. The grandpa, I think, is in my opinion the best character in Hey Arnold. Even though it's not one of my favorite shows, I love the
just, like,
grandpa.
leaving town,
Yeah.
putting the bags away, and then he picks up Arnold too.
But yeah, I mean that was pretty much it. I would say for my homework. I think. Is there any
I
other
liked
Halloween
this.
specials that you guys like?
I mean,
that
like,
did
let's
not
be real,
respond
like,
to?
Well, actually, I don't even know. Like, did Ed and Eddie even have?
They
any?
did, yeah. I watched that one on YouTube. That one
was
was
the
also
extra
good.
credit I put on. Yeah, so
Oh,
I did put
yeah.
on extra credit. I don't know if you guys
I will-
either.
I-
Yeah, no.
But it was just a
it.
couple. It was just the Ed and Eddie one, which was
Uh-huh.
like another like 20-minute one, and then
Okay.
it
I like that
was
one.
the Fosters. But
Oh,
the
I'm gonna
Eddie
actually
one-
go watch that one because I love Fosters.
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah.
big
That
Fosters
episode
guy.
was fucking hilarious too.
But I mean, like, these are good episodes in general because they kind of get us into Halloween as kids. Like,
Yeah.
because you watch the show, like, say, Kids Next Door, and it's always just them doing missions, and then all of a sudden just, like, takes its turn for, like, oh, it's Halloween, and then you kind of get into that, like, mode.
Mindset, yeah.
And I remember like
Yeah.
the Cartoon Network always every year almost used to have that yearly campaign for UNICEF.
Yeah.
Which every
Oh,
year they
yeah.
would gather candy for kids, and
Yeah.
UNICEF was the big fucking thing.
Can
Like
you
I
hear
always
me?
liked that campaign.
I did too.
But,
Damn, that's nostalgia now.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Do you
I
remember
totally
fucking
forgot about that
the
until you
UNICEF
just brought
fucking
it up.
commercials and shit?
Our school used to do something like with that too, and then our book fair
Halloween
was always
2012?
around Halloween time.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, so and the new Goosebumps book would be
Oh,
out, and that
yeah,
was.
that makes sense.
But any other ones for me? And I don't think it's a Halloween specific episode because it's kind of like Billy and Mandy, where everything's creepy. But the Courage the Cowardly Dog one with
Oh,
the
yeah.
Return the Slab.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
a Halloween
I
episode.
think so.
Oh, no, okay, but Courage was like
Also
a
just
show
kinda
that
creepy.
would like touch your heart too.
Just like a
Yeah.
TV
Like
show,
the
too.
scene where like he meets the hunchback and
Oh,
I
dude,
wanna
that
cry.
scene cry.
Like, I
Yeah, you wanna
fucking
cry.
Like what the fuck?
I don't think I really got into that one.
I was a
Animation
big
freaked
Courage
me out.
guy.
I think the coolest thing about these cartoons, and one of the reasons why I like that you brought them up, is the conspiracies that come with all of them.
Yeah, too.
So like Courage, a lot of people say that none of those monsters existed. It was just the eyes through a dog's like. It's just the world through like a
dog's eyes.
You know, they see
And-
everything as fucking scary and terrifying, but like
That's what
it's just
Sydney
a
and Gal
normal
see every
vet,
day.
or it's just a normal delivery man. You know, you don't.
But
know.
Yeah.
and then like Ed and Eddie, like they say a lot of those kids are actually dead. Like
And
it's
it's
like a purgatory. That's why you
purgatory.
never see like.
And that's why their tongues are
age,
blue.
Yeah.
And And then I forget.
And you don't see their parents really.
And the way that what they're obsessed with is like how they died.
Is how they died. So like Eddie was obsessed with money, and he died from
Double
like
D was a science experiment.
Science experiment that went wrong, and then like I think Ed was in a car crash with his sister or something like that.
Because that's why you never see. Or no, there's someone you never. You never see Ed's big brother.
And you never see their faces.
And you don't see faces. They always see their neck up.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah, it's super deep. It's
That was
really
another one I didn't really.
I liked Ed and Eddie a lot. But yeah, that was a good one. I'm trying to think of another Halloween styled one.
I mean, besides of course the big old classic pumpkin, fucking Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
Pumpkin,
I don't know if it's necessarily a Halloween episode.
Yeah, no, it's.
But Scooby Doo with the witches. And that also got me.
As well. Yeah, that was what we were talking about.
Yeah,
well. So that's like a whole, like it's a whole movie.
That was a
so
movie.
It's not
Yeah.
necessarily a special. Yeah.
Yeah.
SpongeBob
That
had
got
another one
me,
too.
the
It's
Goth
this,
Girls.
They had a
bubble-
newer Halloween one, a 3D animated one.
I
Yeah,
got into
yeah.
SpongeBob so much.
No, that was Bubble Buddy. You were thinking of Bubble Buddy.
I'm thinking of like something
My
else.
Bubble Buddy.
But I think that's pretty much it. Right? Yeah.
That was good homework though.
Cool.
Drew.
Which one was your favorite? Give me all your guys' favorites. Whatever. Which one was stood out to you?
Mine is
It's a big
pretty hard. I would say Billy
Mine was
Mandy.
Scary Pants and the Billy Mandy one.
Scary Pants is SpongeBob, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would
Okay.
say mine was Billy Mandy just because I was into Billy Mandy more than the others as a kid. But a close second for me is Kids Next Door because I like number 4. He's like he's a great character and like he's just like hilarious and he has a whole fucking ship and like
Yeah.
it's like
I would go. My top 3 would probably be, the Billy and Mandy one, as 1. 2 is, the SpongeBob Scaredy Pants. 3 is Tricky episode. That was good.
tricky.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm surprised you guys didn't
Yeah.
pick a Hatchling Slasher since it's
That one's such a classic.
Yeah, I know, that was
but
a
for me,
classic.
it's the Hey Arnold one. I loved it.
Mine's the
yeah.
Scary Pants too.
Mhm.
Scary Pants
Nice.
is fucking hot.
Yeah.
But all right, next week's homework. Who's next?
Mid, right?
Matt, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
What's it
me.
gonna be for Halloween? Let's get
Werewolf by Night. I know some of you
Yeah.
guys
I
have
actually
seen
have
it,
not
but
seen it.
I
I
haven't
haven't
seen
seen
it. I've been kind of saving it.
Dom
I
hasn't
haven't
seen
seen
it.
Kind of just
You
like
haven't seen it
close
either?
it off.
Oh, okay.
It's
Like,
good.
it's time.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I know.
I want this after seeing
watched
this.
it.
I
Yeah,
want
I
this
watched
guy to direct Blade.
Oh
That'd be cool.
yes, dude. Absolutely.
Yeah,
And it's
I've
only
just
like
heard a
40,
lot of
50
really
minutes
good.
long.
Yeah, it's like an hour
Yeah,
at
it's
a
only
time.
Because it's a
50 minutes
special
long.
feature.
Cinematography
It's not
is
a-
great.
I heard it was great.
unbelievable.
Like I heard it was
Yeah.
amazing.
I
haven't
really want
watched
to
it
watch
yet.
this. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like, and it's so out of pocket right now because like everything that like the MCU's been doing has been utter dog shit.
And this is
So,
actually
and like this is actually like, quality.
And it's
It
so
looks like
different
someone cared
than-
about it.
Yes, I
Yeah.
think that this is one of the best things in Phase 4. I'm not joking.
No,
Yeah.
I think Shang-Chi is.
Watch it first.
WandaVision's fucking.
But I said one of. I said one of.
Well, so far for me,
Yeah,
like
definitely one of the best things.
I think this is maybe top
or
5.
Shang-Chi.
Werewolf
I would
by
say-
Night?
Werewolf by Night is
Well,
top 5 things.
My favorite thing
Yeah,
with Phase 4
okay,
was Eternals.
yeah.
That was my favorite thing.
Yeah.
That's like so far.
So what's a part of your
Shang-Chi's
top
my
5
favorite.
things? Because I think we have the same one.
Probably.
Because
No Way
number
Home's
one,
the best one.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
number one.
is
Shang-Chi for me is
Shang-Chi's 2.
3
Loki's
is
3.
3.
Oh,
3 is
Loki's
3.
Phase
No.
Yeah.
3 is Loki for me too. 4 is
4 is
Moon Knight.
WandaVision, and then 5 is Werewolf by Night for me. We're close.
Oh,
Four's
okay.
WandaVision?
For you?
Wait,
Yeah.
WandaVision is the
No,
start
no,
of
no,
Phase
as
4.
like-
I
as
think
like
they're,
top 5
I think
best
they're
things.
ranking. They're ranking.
Yeah.
They're
Alright.
going
Yeah, no.
Alright, hold on.
Yeah. I just
But,
confused the fuck out of me.
Other than that, all right, Werewolf by
Brain's
Night.
broken.
That's gonna be our homework.
Let's get it.
Now it's
Sweet.
yeah,
Yep,
it's a
let's
great
go.
one.
Oh, wow.
I'll even
Yeah.
watch it again too.
I'm going to too. I
Yeah,
want to show it to mom and dad.
Because I watched it when it came out. Yeah, I know. It was
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, but I want to check it out. I haven't seen anything.
Same.
Very excited. We're gonna watch Werewolf by Night. Go home and check that one out. Now we just need a question this week. Anybody?
Oh,
Final question.
uh,
Halloween themed. On
Good
theme.
question.
I have a decent
Go.
one. Okay, what's your favorite Halloween candy?
I think we did that one last year.
Did we?
Yeah, we did it last
Yeah,
year.
we
You know
did.
what?
We actually did a.
We did a Mount Rushmore
Mount
of that.
Rushmore of
We
it.
did.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh,
because somebody
good.
actually, somebody went instead of candy. Someone was like, I know it's not candy, but they went Halloween Oreos. And I was like,
Mhm.
what?
We should do a Mount Rushmore of the worst Halloween candy.
Oh,
okay.
That's a good turnaround.
Yeah,
Hey, we
that's
can
a
do it for
good
next
one.
week.
Yeah.
Mount
Let's do it for next
Flushmore.
week.
Mount Flushmore.
Are we
Flushmore.
dressing up? Are we
Flushmore.
dressing up?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, next week
Yeah,
we
next
will.
week is
Okay.
already
Yeah.
fucking Halloween weekend. So
Yeah.
we can
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
And let me ask you guys. So we only have like 3 more picks for Halloween. Do we want to do the last 2 Halloween picks as well? to carry it over so we all get a Halloween pick? What are we doing?
We'll see, because mine was gonna be Werewolf by Night if Matt
okay,
hadn't picked it. Yeah,
yeah.
because I was
Because
very
we're
excited
next
about it.
afterwards.
Because it will just be in November.
Yeah,
like,
it's-
after.
So we'll see.
I'll be
It'll
next
YouTube
after.
for-
I have
it'll
a
be YouTube for
crazy
November, so
cheesy
it's up to you
one
guys if you
for
wanna-
Christmas,
Okay.
though.
So
I know.
we can
Yeah,
talk
it's a
about it.
crazy cheesy one for
I love
Christmas.
those though.
I do
Fuck
too.
yeah. Hell yeah,
I
dude.
love those. They're all the
But-
same plot too.
Yeah, but all right.
I
That's
think this one is.
Oh.
Anything else? Any other question? Anything else? You guys are good?
I think
Anything
you're
else you
good.
wanna bring
Yeah.
up? But all right. Then that'll close us off for this week's podcast. Thank you guys so much for sticking around for all the buzz and the boys' time.
Woo!
Sticking around for another
Banger.
Halloween episode.
Halloween
next
episode.
week.
Oh, I love ya.
Spooky.
What should I wear?
Bye-bye.
I know.
I was gonna